everyone. Can you see me? Okay. Now I'm here SHP. I'm sorry for late because the setting was set late. Yes. Now you can see. Okay. If you can see, can you see? Can you hear my voice? Right? Can you hear my voice? Okay, thank you. I'm Hans of 보드라이브, and AKA 한국. And here is Messe Essen. Here's next day, tomorrow. Tomorrow it will start. Essen 2022. Okay. Wow. Okay. Guten Morgen. Good. Yeah. Now it is late because and so I will go the first publisher to show. Now here is hall 1, and after interview I will go to hall 1A to novelty room. This is not novelty room. It is just a hall. Now I will introduce the first publisher. Hello.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. I'm Stefan Godot from Godot Games.
Yeah.
And we are in Hall 5 and we will show 2 new games to the people.
2 new games?
Yeah.
What games?
So the first one is already released. So we had a Kickstarter last year.
Yep.
And this is Human Punishment in the beginning.
Human Punishment.
So I can show it a little bit. There was a social deduction game, a smaller card game, which we already released some years ago. Yep. But this is the next part of the story.
Yeah.
So you can add both games for a complete campaign one night session.
Yeah.
And you can play. It's a cooperative game with deduction elements and pick up and deliver. But of course there are traitors in your team, and you have no clue who is the traitor and who is the team, because there are more teams and not just 2. Right. And you must identify which team is at the table, which team wants to win which game. Yeah. And every team has other win conditions, so you must check, maybe there's a Legion player in the game, so they want to do this, but maybe it's also another Fallen player, and maybe he knows that there's no Legion player, and now he can push the Legion fraction, because so people should think that they are in the game, but they are not in the game. So there's lots of deduction in this game. It's pretty epic, and it's already available. And so we are at Hall 5 and we sell it here.
Is it any connection with Human Punishment?
Yes, so this is the prequel. Yep. So you can start with the beginning. Yeah. So it's a complete story. This is the beginning of the machine revolution, and now you can start to avoid it. Okay. But if you maybe there are lots of outcomes in this game, and you can start the small card game after this with the outcome of this game. So maybe if you rescued the humanity and there's no new machines left, there will be other things in the next game. So or maybe you destroyed the big boss from the humans or from the machines. They are not in the next game, so there are lots of outcomes here in this game, and every outcome will bring you new options for the second game. And so you can play one story, the beginning and the end, in one night, and you can play one complete story session in 4 or 5 hours, or maybe.
It is a large universe, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And then you plan to publish any game in this universe?
Not at the moment, but we are not done yet. So we are thinking about a lot more options here, and then maybe new characters and more variety in the game and stuff like that. So there are things to come. Yeah. And the best part here is if you're playing the first game, and of course it's over. You don't need to tell others about your loyalty, because in the next game you are starting with the same loyalty. So you must be quiet, eat some pizza and trash talk and stuff like that, and then you must play the next game. And this is lots of fun at the table. Yeah.
Wow. So I know this game has very big success in Kickstarter.
Yes, it was last year on Kickstarter, and it was the biggest Kickstarter campaign from Germany in board games. So we had a lot of success here. We are absolutely happy, and we are absolutely grateful here. And so next year in January, so only 3 months left, we have another one. Yeah. So and this is our new baby or prototype. And it is called Among Cultists.
Among Cultists.
So which is based in a Lovecraft universe. And it's heavily inspired by Among Us, the video game. So if you like this game, this is your game. So 100%, because we transported everything from the game. You can do everything what you can doing in the video game. You can do it here. So you can backstab players. You can self-report your kills and stuff like that. Everything is possible here. So this is language independent. So you can play it in Korea without problems. And it's for 4 to 8 players. And it's a big box deduction game, of course, but it has the easiness from the smaller games, but the epic moments from the big games. So this is a really cool part where we are. And yeah, in this game it's pretty easy. You have a night phase at the start, so the evil ones, the cultists, can see each other. Pretty standard. And so everyone has some hand cards, and then you can play the game. You can try. You are in the Miskatonic universe. You want to try to avoid the Great Old One, of course, because the cultists want to awake him. But now you must go to the rooms, you must clear the rooms, you do your tasks and stuff like that. But you don't want to meet other people, because maybe they can kill you if you have an encounter. If you're in the same room with another player, both players have hand cards, and you give one card face down to the other player on his pulse. So maybe this player is killed now because I backstabbed him, but only maybe, of course. So you don't want to see other players. If there are 3 players and three characters in one room, it's no problem, because you have a witness. So you can't kill someone when someone is there, of course. But there are
almost right.
Yes, but if there's an event, maybe the power turned off, then there's no light. Then you can kill with 3 players, of course. So there's lots of stuff like that, and you try to avoid other players, but you need your points. If you avoid every encounter, you will not get your points you need to win. So the good players need some points to win, of course. They have 10 rounds for this, and the evil players have, and you have the option to vote out all cultists, of course. And the evil players have the option to sabotage your game. So if they bring evil stuff into the rooms, you can't clear them. And of course it's secretly, so you have no 100% clue if this card is from you or from you and stuff like that. And of course they can kill people, and if they have enough kills in the game, they can also end the game. So this is pretty near at the Among Us video game. And this is just the core game here at the Essenspiel, but we have 2 big extensions for the game with other maps. So this is the first map, the university, but there's another web map where you are in the cave with elevators and cameras and revolving doors and stuff like that. And there's another map with lots of islands, and there are boats you can use to turn from one island to another island and stuff like that. So there are lots of new mechanics, and every map feels absolutely different here. And of course there are lots of new hidden roles. So it's just a base game, but there are over 12 or 40 roles or stuff like that. So you can add more quality and more complexity to the game, just as you like.
There's 4 maps, right?
1 in the core game and 2 expansions, so 3 maps at the moment. And everyone feels completely different. This is the easy one in the core game, but there's an expert and the standard map.
Do you plan to crowdfunding?
I'm sorry?
Do you plan to this game to crowdfunding?
Yes, so we will launch in January. And as I already said, it's language independent, so you can join in Korea. It's no problem, because there's no word in the game. You need the rules. It's pretty easy rules in this game. So but you can play it without language problems here and stuff like that.
Just rulebook.
Yeah, it's just a rulebook, yes. But we are already preparing lots of languages, of course, because we want to bring everyone to the game, of course. So we already prepare lots of languages here. So yeah.
Okay, well, very good. Thank you. I think it will be very funny. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So yeah, we are big fans of Lovecraft and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, can you say anything to Korean board gamers?
Oh, good question. So first thing first, greetings from Germany here. So at the moment we prepared our stuff here at our booth, and it's lots of work for us because we are just 5 people. 3 were already not here because they were positive with Corona and stuff like that. And we got this information yesterday, so we had lots of trouble here. But we really hope to become a little bit more visible worldwide with our games because we are Germans and we have also our problems to come to USA and to the English market and to other languages and stuff, of course. And now this is the first game for us which is language independent, so it's our best chance to bring this game to the world. And so we really hope you have lots of fun. All I could say is if you like Among Us, and I'm pretty sure lots of people that like this game, this is exactly your style of game. So we tried to get the license for the original license, of course, but this was not possible, unfortunately. But in the end, with Lovecraft and this theme of this old house and this spooky atmosphere and stuff like that. So there's lots of attention in this game and lots of great quality content like this knife. It's the first player marker, and you have more power in votings with the knife, of course, because you can scare your friends away. So you have if you're playing with 7 or 8 players, you can your vote counts as 2. So you are way more stronger than the others if you want to vote out someone and stuff like that. So and we already tried to bring all the Among Us new roles and stuff like that also to the game. So the new characters like the mechanic and stuff like that. So they are all in this game. So so we are pretty far near at the community from Among Us because we love the game and we think it's the best way to bring this to deliver this to the table. And so this is the game for you.
Okay. Do you have any plan to make these games Korean rulebook?
I'm pretty sure this will happen, but to be honest, I'm not sure what languages are already done and what are already prepared and stuff like that. But we try to get every language as possible, of course. And Korea, I'm absolutely sure this is one of the lists. So but it's still not prepared. But some languages are already done, so we want to see a full finished game in January at the Kickstarter campaign, so that all people can read the rules and it's easy to get in. So
Okay. Thank you. I hope this game's Korean version will be. Okay. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Okay, I'll see you again another day.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, very good. Say bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
see you.
Okay.
모자이크. Yes. 네, 한국 분들이 많이 계시니까 움직이는 동안 한국말로 좀 얘기할게요. 지금 저분 그 어몽컬티스트라는 새로운 게임인데 마피아 게임인 것 같아요. 그래가지고 어몽어스를 번따가지고 만들었다. 어몽어스에 있는 모든 그런 기능들을 다 쓸 수 있다라고 합니다. 가장 잘 살린 게임. 우리나라에서 만든 어몽어스 게임이 있는데 그거를 이제 그거랑은 또 다른 느낌이 될 것 같아요. 네. 이제 저는 노벨티 룸으로 들어갑니다. 지금 저기는 아까 거기는 그냥 1 홀이었고 이제 밑으로 내려가면은 1A 홀이 됩니다. 잠깐만 이거 실시간이 아니었네. 네. 자, 그저 인간 혼내기 휴먼 퍼니시먼트 또 되게 몇천 명이 킥스타터에 참가를 했더라고요. 오케이. Now here is novelty room. Right? Now you can see many games. Here, can you see? In the novelty room, there are some game samples of each publishers. So if we visit here, we can watch some new games. 한국에 복화술 하시. I'm sorry. Now the next publisher is there. Okay. Here. Hello.
Would you like a card?
Yeah. Can you introduce this game? What is this game?
Of course.
Okay, and then yourself and your.
Give me just
publisher?
1 second.
Yes. Okay.
Also grundsätzlich, das ist zum Beispiel gut ausgelegt, das ist sehr asymmetrisch.
Interview with Tara. So
Wir wollten, dass es auch so spielbar ist.
On the beast side, it's going to each turn try to deal with this indigestion that it's experiencing as something is wriggling down its stomach. Each turn, it's going to activate a different type of digestive bacteria to try to get rid of the miner inside of its stomach. Or it can also develop its immune response throughout the course until it gets strong enough that the immune system can remove any other obstructions. However, during the game, if neither the miner nor the creature is able to achieve victory, the miner will continue down the digestive tract until there's no more digestive tract and then end up being pooped out the other end. This is very disturbing, but then we can then count up the points for either side to see which one has won. And that's the game. Okay? Thank you very much.
I heard this game is 0 to 2 players, right?
Yes, 0 to 2 players. 0 because the game is actually designed to be a solo game on either side. You can play 2 players, 1 versus 1. Or you can flip over the board on either side to play either a sleeping beast or a robot miner. However, if you flip over the entire board, you can have the robot miner fight with the sleeping beast as the automatic AI decides which side will win. It's actually an interesting way to learn some of the strategy of the game as you don't have to make any decisions on your own.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really
Okay,
cute.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, now 0 to 2 players is 0 players is very interesting, right? Now next is Alchemy games. Oh, I will show something. Okay. They are from Harry Potter booth. They do this 2 hours long from 2 hours before. Wow. Energetic, right. Okay. Let's go next publisher, Alchemy. Yes, there are so many games here. Okay. Now I'm here. Hello. Who is the interviewee? I'm from Bodraive channel.
Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Can you hold this?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet
Hey.
you.
Yeah.
This is
here.
live stream. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Live stream.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Live stream. Nice.
Yes. Can you introduce yourself and
Okay.
your publishing?
Yeah. So Alex Pchilins from Alchemy Publishing here. So
Yep.
we're a self-publishing company with my friend here,
Yep.
Taurus, and we are originally from Poland, but currently in Poland and Austria. And it's our
Austria,
first time
yeah.
on SNS exhibitors.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're happy to welcome everyone on the stream. Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, we're happy to present the games.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your new game?
So my new game is over here. This is a huge mock-up. It's just the mock-up. Yeah, here's the game itself. Yeah, it's a game about gladiators fighting for gold on the arena.
Yeah.
So it is drives being cast, and then you select actions one by one. So you can move yourself,
Yeah.
or move the lion, or position the gold coins. That you can basically move and collect coins afterwards. So it's family friendly in terms of there is no actual fighting. It's area control.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to move around the lion or the other meeples.
Yeah.
And
What is
yeah,
here?
and this one is just a big mock-up for the for the show. So there will be players. You can basically play it here. Doesn't stand very well, but yeah, it's just so that everyone can see. And
Do you have any plan to sell this version?
pardon?
Do you have any plan to sell this version?
I think well, maybe because if I'm not able to carry it back by plane
Yeah.
to Poland, yeah, I'll have to
Okay.
get rid of it. But yeah,
Very good.
So,
There's
yeah.
another game.
And there's the other game, and yeah, it's over to Taurus. And hello.
Yeah. Hi guys.
Okay.
Hey. Right. Yep. Yeah. So my name is Taurus. Together with Ihor, we made a game about space colonization. Basically, both of us are Ukrainians, so we live from there. Yeah, but currently we live in Europe. So this is about the space colonization, as I mentioned. The thing is, like, the private company launched the space station. So this one is kind of space station, made of modules of 4 types, which can be attached and detached from your space station, right? So this is a kind of thing that changes all the time. Here you can also see the supplies for this space station modules together with actions. So basically, starting from first player, who is marked with this beautiful metal badge, we basically have to select one of those actions. So first of thing, you build it to your station, you dock the module, and at the same time, all the players execute the action which is represented by this particular module.
Not only me.
Yeah. So for example, this one will trigger the delivery of resources. So you deliver these resources, then you can change them. There is an engine mechanics involved. Then you can consume those resources and get your terraforming points, which is not the same as victory points, by the way. And this thing is these military station modules, which open tactical possibilities for you. So they never give you like points directly. However, they give you turn priority, better hand, and etc. etc. Also the active player. So here you can see all the action. The active player gives some advantage when selecting some of the actions. But the thing is, like, during the game, you build this production consumption chains build of these modules. However, at some point you need to discard, to detach like 3 or 4 of your modules and send them to colonization mission. And here, if you do that, you retrieve a colony. Colony give you permanent and very, like, tasty effects. For example, they can give you, like that you have better resource set, or you have better military advantage, etc., etc. Many different things, right? So there is another interesting thing here, which is a common resource pool, which is called space garbage. And basically, when you deliver resources from Earth, you subtract the resources that you get here, right? That you have, and this is fair for all the players. So this is the economical pressure, how you can influence the other players, right? And so the general idea of the game is to manage your space station, and when you feel that your production consumption chains are not strong anymore, maybe it's a good time to get rid of them and pick a colony instead. And your final score, which is represented here on this grid, is basically consists of number of colonies that you managed to do during the game, and the number of terraforming points that you managed to get. For example, if you have 5 colonies and 23 terraforming points, your final score is 3 victory points. So players during the game play all the time. They want to pick some colony, but losing all of your good production consumption chains is also not beneficial for you. So this is a lot of choices that will follow you for the whole round. So basically, it's 2 to 4 players played a bit differently for 2 players and 3-4. Yeah, I hope you go. Also, tabletop and tabletop simulator versions are available, so you can try it out for free. And soon it will be available for ordering. Hope you'll enjoy that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This is the box.
Yes, this is the box. Yeah, and well, yeah, and if you drink beer.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Okay, see you at your booth again. Bye. And now I must charge my phone. I'm sorry. This is the equipment of this broadcasting. Okay. Okay, now charging. Yes, we can play this game in tabletop simulator. Can you see? Okay, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, can you see me? Can you hear me? I'm sorry for the accident. Okay, okay. Okay, now you can see. 왜 우리한테도 영어 쓰냐고요? 한국어로 할게요, 그러면. 지나갈 때는. 네, 지금 뭐, 사실 뭐, 두 군데 인터뷰를 했는데, 세 군데를 했는데, 지금 시간이 조금 남았어요. 근데 먼저 가볼게요. 그 다음은 럭키더 게임즈네요. 럭키더 게임즈 어딨지? 잠시만요. 아하. 영어 모드, 한국어 모드로. 방금 게임 돌려서 보세요. 자, 럭키덕이 저쪽에 있던 제가 지금 어디 있는지 적어놓았던 거가 어디 갔는지 모르겠는데. 잠시만요. 제가 조금만 기다려주시면. 어디 있는지 적어놓은 거가 여기 있는데 인터넷이 안 떠져가지고 일단 잠깐 대기하고 할게요. 뭔가 코스가 있군요. 예, 코스가 있어요. 코스가 있고 미리 인터뷰 한다 얘기를 해놓고 가야지 사람들이 준비를 할 거 아니에요. 오케이, 됐어. 알파적이 됐고, 그리고 C5. 오케이. 자, 그러면은 다음에는 럭키더 게임즈로 한번 가보겠습니다. 저쪽 끝이네. 럭키더 게임즈. 네. 럭키더. Here. Hello.
Are you Hans?
Yes, I'm Hans.
Oh, hi, I'm Bree.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and Peter's here too.
Okay, nice to meet you. Oh, you are talking now?
Yes.
Okay, can you hold it? Right? Now it is live streaming. Say hello to.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm Bree Goldman from Lucky Duck Games.
Okay. Now, can you introduce your new games?
Sure, I would be
Yeah.
happy to. So we have Flamecraft,
Yeah.
which
Flamecraft.
I know you've shown on your stream before.
Yeah. So beautiful game. We played this game.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw. And in fact, we have a special guest
Yeah.
here who has a gift for you.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Peter.
Peter?
So this is Peter Vaughn from Cardboard Alchemy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. It's
Yes. Can you introduce yourself?
sure, absolutely. I'm Peter Vaughn with Cardboard Alchemy.
Colorado Army.
Yeah, and we kickstarted Flamecraft. Saw some great coverage, by the way,
Yeah.
from you. Yeah, and Sandara Tang's the illustrator, Manny Vega's the designer,
Yeah.
and then we partnered with Lucky Duck to get it out there everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And we brought you something too, by the way,
Wow! What's
a
this?
fancy dragon.
Oh, fancy. Wow, do you know this? What you watched our video?
Yeah.
Oh.
We saw how excited you were to play the game, to smell the game. I do the same thing. I smell my cards. I love them. And then that you didn't have a fancy dragon, and we wanted to make sure that you had that.
Yes, I didn't get this one, but well, you give me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very
very
much.
much.
Wow.
Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Oh, you're
Great.
so cool. Wow, so cool.
Yeah, I can show you. I can show you the rest if
okay,
you like.
okay.
Do you want me to? You've played this before. Do you want me to talk you through gameplay?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So on a turn in Flamecraft, you would be moving your dragon to a new shop.
Right.
You would get the option to either gather or enchant from the shop. If you gather, you get resources that match what the shop and the dragons.
Yep.
And then you can place a dragon from your hand and add it to the shop and get the resources there. And then you can choose one of the abilities to fire.
Yeah.
Or you can enchant. When you enchant the shop, you use your resources and you add an enchantment to the shop.
Yeah.
So in this one, for example, you would pay potions and iron to add this, and you would get points depending on how many you paid.
Yeah.
And then you would slide this under, and from now on, this shop is upgraded, and it adds. When you go here, you would get 2 crystals plus the crystal and the leaf instead of 1.
Okay.
And
I
gather.
really enjoyed this game.
I love it so much. I'm happy to hear that. Gather and enchant is the whole game.
Yeah.
Like you either on a turn you move to a new shop, you either gather or enchant.
Okay.
And it's actually right.
Gather enchant, right? Yeah.
And that's the game.
Okay.
As you fill the shops, you will draw new shops from the deck.
New stores, yeah.
And this will add abilities.
Oh, so beautiful.
You get better rewards for placing on here, and you also get the opportunity to use a shop ability.
Okay.
So for this one, for example, you get to pay 2 bread and draw 2 park dragons. So you would get to add two dragons to your hand for 2 bread.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a very nice ability. So as you play, the game becomes more interesting, more complex over the course of the game. So it ramps up really nicely.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Another game?
So we also have Tidal Blades Banner Festival.
Tidal Blade?
Yes. So Tidal Blades Banner Festival is a standalone game in the Tidal Blades universe. This is an area control game that's driven by a trick-taking mechanism.
Trick-taking.
Trick-taking, yes. Yeah. So where the trade gate is will determine the order of the suits of the cards. Yeah. So yellow is highest when it's here, then teal, then purple, then orange. But if it was here, then it would go by this instead. Teal, and then purple, and then orange, and then yellow. When you play it's not like a normal trick-taking game in that you don't have one person lead and then everyone follows. You play simultaneously. So you choose a card from your hand, and we have the cards over there. So you can see that the cards each have a color and a number. So within yellow, you have 0 to 9. Within orange, you have 0 to 9. And each one also has an ability printed at the bottom. Everybody will turn over their cards simultaneously, and then everybody gets to do something depending on whether you're highest, middle, or lowest in the trick. So if you're highest, you'll get to advance your watercraft to the location of the trade gate. And you want to do that because every time you pass this starting point, you get to advance your card that matches this. So you start the game getting only 1 victory point from this stack. But when you pass that, you get to advance to the next one, which is now 3 victory points. And if you land on the 5, you get a fruit. And fruit is part of the scoring as well. And every time you pass, you can advance this and get more points from it. So second time, it would go up to 6. And then if you're in the middle, you get to place a banner. And you place the banner based on what card you played. So for example, if this was the card that you played and the banner and the trade gate was here, well, this card is odd. So you go up this, you see this is even, and it's not even, so you keep going. It's neither of these colors, so you keep going. It's yellow. Okay, so you place your banner here, and you get 1 fruit.
Interesting. As we go far,
yes, and each one. So the teal is the best card. The best cards in this area. So if you are middle with teal, you get the best reward. And then lowest gets to take the action on the bottom of the card. So this one, for example, would give you 1 fruit for each banner you've already placed in the current active region.
Okay. played.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Great.
Now 2 games.
Yes.
This very interesting
The way the colors change.
Colors change and
Yep.
seamlessly. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
This people players play the card same time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It is interesting.
Yeah. It's very different from anything else I've played.
Okay. Okay. Now, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thanks for this one also.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so glad we were able to get it to you. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I touch it.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. 와. 네. 야, 이거 제가 못 받았던 거잖아요. 그 이메일 확인 못 해가지고 요거를 또 주셨네요. 오키 보고 있나? 예. 저분이 오키님도 아시더라고요. 오키님도 그 냄새 맡고 막 그러는 거, 자기도 이제 보드게임 처음 열면 냄새 맡는다고 막 그러면서 님한테도 막 전해달라고 그랬었어요. 네, 친절하시고 핑크형 축하드려 감사합니다. 자, 다음 팀은 조금씩 이제 시간을 빨리 하고 있어서 생각보다 게임을 더 빨리 소개하네. 15분씩 줬는데 15분을 다 안 쓰시고 거의 한 10분 만에 5분 만에 다 소개를 끝내셔가지고 엄청 빠르게 진행되고 있습니다. SNS에서 이렇게 선물 받더니 그러니까요. 네, 깜짝 놀랐어요. 네, 감사합니다. 자, 다음은 오케이. 미드하라. 아주 좀 굉장히 특이한 복장을 가지고 계신 분이 만날 겁니다. 글로벌 오키. 네, 맞아요. 오키님이 아주 글로벌합니다. 네. 생각보다 저희 방송을 보고 계신 분들이 많더라고요. 아까 맨 처음에 인터뷰했었던 스테판 같은 경우도 보드게임즈 저희 방송을 자주 본대요. 그리고 Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Eike, and I've like 2 years ago I started developing a game like a cooperative dungeon crawler, and so now I kind of founded a company for that as well, which is Firmware Games. So I'm focusing on like games without randomness that are very thematic. And for now, like Mithala is my main project.
Yeah.
So goal is like it's similar to Gloomhaven maybe, and but with like zero randomness in combat. So it's for people who really like to have like a games which are very complex, but without the randomness factor involved. So
yeah, you dress well. I love your costume.
yeah, it's a Viking costume because
Viking,
it's like it's in a Viking fantasy setting, the whole thing. And it's actually because I live somewhere near a Viking village, an old Viking village in northern Germany. So I thought it would be cool to make something with Vikings. So it's not usual fantasy, but actually in a Vikings setting with but with like its own gods and demons and everything that you can fight then.
Okay, can you introduce this game, Midhala?
Midhala, yeah. Yeah, the game Midhala, it's like I said, it's a dungeon crawler.
Yep.
And it's completely cooperatively, so we play completely together against the game. And like I said, the combat in itself has zero luck. So for people, for example, who played Gloomhaven and who like the general combat system, but say, oh no, the combat card has...
Sorry.
No worries. The combat card has actually kind of ruined my planning. If you don't like that this combat card aspect or dice in games, then this is actually for you. So you can see some dice here, but those are only used for health tracking. So no dice is ever rolled in this game.
Not roll.
Yeah, no, it's just tracking.
Just
so you see this is all hit points, like 12 hit points, 4 hit points. And on the characters as well, you also have hit point dice like here. And like the game itself, it's like in this Viking fantasy world. Like many hundred years ago, the dark goddess sent out the demons into the world of the living, and so the demons came like through underground portals. They came up and they kind of crawled until these are the demons here, like the demonic creatures, and they came up to the surface and they wreaked chaos across the world. And so the Viking clans back then, they banded together and they fought them in like many bloody battles and were able to actually close down the portals here and then fight away the demons. So and then they sealed the dungeons with runic energy, which you can see here. And they founded the village of Midhala, which is the village of guardians, hence the name Midhala. And they said, we will vow to prevent this from happening ever again. Now, the thing is that for hundreds of years, nothing happened. So it all got lost and forgotten. So right now, we don't really remember much of that. And now each of us plays as a hero, or right now we are not a hero yet. We are just an inhabitant of Midhala. And we actually stumble across one of these dungeons here. And we enter the dungeon and we start exploring the dungeon a bit. So in the beginning, there aren't yet any enemies. We just explore the dungeon. And there's some storybook as well, which tells you like what's happening in the dungeon. You build up, you place new map tiles, and the dungeon gets larger. And at some point, you stumble across enemies, story-wise. And then, when that happens, you actually have like I can show that on here. Here, the game has like different phases. So right now, we've only done exploration. Now we move to preparation because we've come across enemies. So now we can actually we have some resources. We have silver coins here, and we have like rune stones that we can spend to build traps, to buy items and stuff. And when we're done, then we spawn the enemies, and then we position ourselves as heroes here, and then we actually start the combat. So, and then the combat in itself is encapsulated. So the combat itself happens in like 3 different parts. First, all the enemies take their turns, then all the traps, then all the heroes. And that repeats until you've either won or you've lost the combat. Now, you win the combat if you defeat the enemies, but you lose the combat if ever, like the portal here, which sealed away the demons, if that is ever destroyed, you lose the game. Or, of course, if all the heroes get defeated as well.
That must be not zero, right?
Huh? Sorry?
That must be not zero.
Yeah, exactly. This must never reach 0, otherwise you've lost. In the normal scenario, you would start with 20, but this one is already damaged, so it's a bit down. And so you take your turn. And so when the enemies activate, they all move towards this and try to destroy this. So they all start coming here. Some enemies will actually attack players, like for example this kobold here. If we take a look at the kobold card, which I can put here, you can see here, the kobold will actually, it tries to attack players, which you can see by the symbol there. So it will actually attack the scout who is in the same map tile. Whereas, for example, other enemies, like the golem, which is next to it on the other map tile, he will actually only attack traps. So he will just move here, and when he is here, he will start destroying this trap here and trying to destroy our traps. And again, other enemies will just rush here and just try to destroy the portal. So we need to, when all the enemies are done, so when they have taken their turn, and all the enemies are activated, then it's the traps. So this trap, for example, would then attack like one of the golems or one of the warriors. And then when we've activated all the traps, afterwards we will have the players take their turn. And this is actually where then the player tableau comes in. And it's a bit of the kind of the meat of the game. So there's two things you will always do on your turn, which is a top row action and a bottom row action. And top row action will mean you need to place your token on an empty space, any empty space in the same row. But you can't use the one that you currently have. So, for example, let's say I would have this setup. And I'm Harkon, who is here. And currently I know that I don't have an enemy in my map tile. Right? I'm alone. So I want to move. Now, if I take a look at my tableau, I can either move or move armor. I need to decide. But if I choose move armor, it would be generally better. But the thing is, my armor only lasts until my next turn. So if I don't get attacked this turn, but in the next one, maybe it's better to now just take the move. So because I can't use the one that is currently occupied, so I then have this available for the turn after when I get attacked. So I need to pre-plan when will I get attacked, for example. And same for attacks, for example. I have like a strong attack and a weaker attack. But let's say I have a very weak enemy at the moment. Maybe I just use this one, so I have this available for the next turn because the stronger enemy is coming, for example. So I need to be a bit like planning always ahead. How do I do that? And I also need to plan with the other players because sometimes maybe I need support. So I may say, can you actually help me on my side of the dungeon? So the players will come over and support me. But then they can't defend on their side. So it's a downside as well, or trade. So kind of planning this and collaboratively planning through that together is kind of the meat of the game. And then you also have items which you can use, which makes it more complex. These are kind of items are always one-time use, so when you use it, it's spent. And then you have also ultimate abilities up here, which you can use, but these are also just one-time. So you may actually want to kind of pre-plan, okay, again, where do I need this super powerful attack, but I only have it one time. Which one is the enemy where I really need that? Because I can't waste it. I really need that to be able to succeed. And then I also, of course, need to plan for the traps. When do I need the support of the traps? When do they come in and all that? So it's a thinky game, but also like the whole game is very much encapsulated. So if you take a look at the phase, you have an exploration phase where you just explore. Then you have a preparation phase where you build. So you only build in the preparation phase. You only explore in the exploration phase. Then you have combat. You only make combat in the combat phase. And then the last phase is the rewards phase where you gain rewards. You only get those rewards there. So like everything is packed in separate parts of the game. So even though the game has exploration, some like a bit of economy, spending resources, buying stuff, leveling, and combat, even though all that is in there, it's encapsulated. So the game is like designed in a way that it's complex but not complicated, so to say. But it's still a thinky game, so it's for people who like to think while playing, of course.
Okay, now that is very strategical, right?
Huh?
Very strategical.
Yeah, it's very strategical. So it's for like if you like things like maybe Spirit Island or Gloomhaven, maybe also if you're a dungeon crawler fan, but maybe also like the more complex ones. This can be like a kind of game where you may enjoy this kind of game, for example. Definitely. And like what you see here still has some prototype components because it's coming to Kickstarter beginning of next year probably. You can like use you can see like you have miniatures here already, like this one. So these will be in the game. But for example, you can see like some of the cardboard is still a bit too thin, which will be like thicker. These kind of things will of course be improved a bit.
Can you play this game in tabletop or any online?
Yeah, you can try the demo scenario is available on Tabletop Simulator as well. So if you have Tabletop Simulator, you can just look for Mithala. And there's also like, if you launch it, you will have like in the Tabletop Simulator, you will have a tablet where there's the explanation video which you can run, which will run you through like one combat which you can do. So it's actually the same scenario that you can play today at Essen. You can play on Tabletop Simulator as well. And you can try out the combat system, which is really the meat of the game. I will host a larger scenario in the future as well, but it will give you, I think, a good idea if you will like this game or not, because if you like the combat, you will likely like the game. If you don't like the combat, you will probably not like the game, because this is really where like the game really shines and which is really interesting. Of course, it also has the lore and a lot of story, but you still need to enjoy the combat for it to be fun, probably.
I really love cooperative games.
Yeah.
So it may be good for me.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. Sure. I'm happy to maybe give you a playthrough as well.
Yeah.
We also have the booth here, and like yeah, it's so far the feedback has always been great. But maybe as with many first-time creators, like there need to be people need to hear about it. So that's probably the main thing, which is also why I'm today in Essen. It's very like for me. It's also like I'm a bit scared because it's the first time and it's such a big convention as an exhibitor. But it's also really cool and great showing people this to people and yeah, really good fun.
Do you have anything to say, Korean board gamers?
Oh, yeah, I'm just actually like super excited to be able to show you this, and yeah, it's really also here. There's also some Korean exhibitors here, so actually I think Korea Games is just right next to our booth, so it's really cool to see about that as well. And yeah, just awesome to have so many people. Also have people from Korea enjoying these games, and yeah, maybe at some time I will be able to show it in Korea as well. We will see. It would be really cool.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Okay, thank you. See you.
Yeah.
See you.
See you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. 네, 미리 달하려고 말할 뻔했는데 펜탑의 시나리오 있대요. 그리고 이 완전 협력 게임이고, 근데 이제 운을 최소화하고 최대한 전략으로 커버하는 그런 게임이라고 합니다. 그 약간 정령섬 같은 그런 느낌이라고 하네요. 지금 럭키 프라이스 까지 했고, 오케이. 펜탑에 시나리오가 있다라는 거고, 지금 제 목소리 잘 들리죠? 여기가 제가 그 유심을 3개를 쓰고 있는데, 그래서 좀 평소보단 나을 거예요. 지난번에 작년에 아니지 3년 전에 왔을 때는 유심 하나만 써서 방송하니까 거의 방송이 끊기고 그래가지고 힘들었는데, 네, 그러면은 한국에 별다른 관심이 없었다. 그래요. 잠깐만, 이제 다음으로 제가 인터뷰할 게임이 이쪽에 있는데, 여기다 찍고, 네, 3 유심폰, 폰이 아니고 그 LT 방송 장비를 저희가 가지고 있어요. 여기 다 왔습니다. 근데 지금 다른 분하고 인터뷰 여기 계시네. Okay. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Now it is live stream. Can you interview with me?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Hello. Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yes. Hi. So I'm Evelyn from Mighty Boards. You might know us from games like Petrichor, Hamlet, Vengeance Roll and Fights, Excavation Earth, and now also Faithforge Chronicles of Camp, which is live right now.
Okay. Okay. Can you introduce your games?
Yes, sure. So over here we have Faithforge Chronicles of Khan. There you go.
Yeah.
That's basically, this is a campaign game for people who don't have the time to play a big game, for example, like Loom.
Yeah.
Right? So we all know we don't have hours and hours to sit down. We don't have table space to keep up in our house. Yeah. So the designer wanted to create a game that you can play in sessions of 1 hour.
1 hour?
So, for example, you can sit down with your friends, you can play through a little bit of story, and you can play through combat scenes which last 20 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So you decide how long you want to play. That's the idea of this game.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is a combat scene that is set up. So we have what you can see right there. We have the floor plans with the enemy discs. We decided not to go for a massive mini game.
Yeah.
So we only have a few minis for the bosses and the heroes. And the rest of the enemies all come in wooden discs that you can easily stack up in the boxes.
Okay.
It doesn't take a massive amount to store them, right? So every time you would play a game, like, it comes with an app, so it's an app-driven game. Why did we do this? We wanted to make it a lot easier for people to play, right? One of the big ones that the app does is it's a narrative game. And the app will remember your choices. So the narrative is full of choices, and it goes that far that there's different endings to the game. So what will happen is, like, you will play with your friends, you will read through a bit of the narrative, you will put in your choices, It will actually remember what you do. It will guide you to certain combat scenes that happen because of what you do. So that's one of the things that the app does. The second thing that the app does is, of course, it will tell you how to set up the game. It will explain how the heroes work. It will remember your progress in the app. And most of all, what it will do is it will remember your progress. So if you want to store the game, you can easily come back to it because the app will tell you, oh yeah, this is where you were, this is how your heroes were. Yeah. So same thing with the storage thing, like you see all of the heroes, they come with certain health and energy tokens, they come with certain skills that you can buy during the game. They each have their own dice. So each of them, like, it's a little bit like an RPG video game. So each of them will level in a certain way depending on the skills that you buy for them. And same thing, you can store them. So there will be little tuck boxes that you can keep inside the bigger box. Of course, this is the prototype. So it's easy to store and get back into the game. That's the main idea of Faithforge, right? So basically you still have this narrative campaign game feel, but shorter.
Okay.
That's basically the idea.
Thank you. Do you have any plan to crowdfunding?
It is right now, actually. So it's right now on Kickstarter for another week. Yeah, we have plans for retail edition as well, but we don't know yet when. Obviously, first we're doing the Kickstarter Deluxe edition, and then later on we might have
Okay, thank you. And another game?
Sure.
I mean,
we just... Sorry. So this one is Hamlet. So Hamlet is, we're proud of it, the hottest game right now on the BGG preview list. So we're expecting a lot of people to come by. Hamlet is a village builder where you communally try to build your village, but it's a competitive game. So you're doing it, but you're the one scoring points for resources that you're making. You're the one scoring points, for example, for the longest network of roads that you will make. The idea is you see all these little tiles. So what we wanted to do differently is we have these irregularly shaped tiles. So as you can see, every village will be different and unique because you decide where to build your connections. You see, like, for example, there's mountain sides, there's forest sides, there are also road sides. So depending where you will build, right, your tiles, you will be able, for example, to build mountain to mountain, and then you will have to build a little bridge over it because there's no road yet. So that's one way to create a whole road network. You will score points for like the longest network in the village. As you can see, the game comes with, this is the deluxe edition, the Kickstarter edition, with little donkeys. We call them donkeeples. And also with little villagers. So every player has a little family of 4 villagers. These are your workers, of course, so these are the ones that will do the actions, that will make the resources, while the donkeys will be the ones that transport the resources during the village. The main goal of the game is, how you finish it, is to complete the church. You do this by making deliveries to the church. So for example, you have a 10 coin delivery. In this case, you would have to deliver 4 different resources to the church. So it always, like once the church is full, which in this case you could do with, this is the Kickstarter edition, it comes with like an actual church that you can build, right? So once the church is complete, the game is over. So the player who has scored the most points by the end of the game wins. There's certain extras that you can get. For example, you get points if you build the most flag buildings or the most church deliveries. It comes with these metal coins as well, the Kickstarter edition. So yeah, that's Hamlet in very short.
Okay, thank you. 2 games, right?
Sorry?
2 games, right?
Yeah, no, well, this one is also ours. So this one is also releasing now at Essen, so you can also get this one. This is from the same designer as Faithforge. I don't know, like for people who know, he originally designed Vengeance, the base box, which was a much bigger box with a lot of minis, a bit more table space. So we wanted to create a lighter version of this, which became Vengeance Roll and Fight. So it's a roll and write, but with a lot of action in it. So yes, the idea is that you're an action hero. So you're like John Wick or like Kill Bill. That's the idea, right? So you are an action hero that has to fight your way through these dens full of enemies, and you have to defeat a boss. So each of these boxes comes with 5 double-sided dens. So I can show you, like, each single one of them has 2 different sides to them, so you can choose the den that you prefer. How it will work is that you have a character board for your character, and then the den that you have to clear out. It works similar to Faithforge with the dice. So what you will do is every time you will take 4 dice and you will try to roll certain combos. So the starting combos are these ones. So for example, if you roll 3 knives, you will be able to punch someone in the face, right? The thing is that this game, so you can play it solo, or you can also play it with 1 to 4 for 1 box, or 1 to 8 if you combine 2 boxes. So what happens is you have this shared dice pool. So at the start of every round, you have 4 rounds. At the start of every round, like each person will take 4 dice.
4 dice.
Right? You will try to roll them into the combos that you want, right, on your character board. And when you assign them, I think this one is actually not, well, for example, let's say we assign this one to the move. Right? So this one is now locked, which means I can go back to the dice pool and I can get 2 more. You can always replenish your hand to 4 and you keep rolling and assigning combos. Now the important thing is everyone will be doing this at the same time. So it's important that you roll fast. It's important that you roll fast, and it's important that you roll good, because like the more combos you can assign, the better you will do on the board.
Then this dice pool may deplete it.
Yes. So once it's depleted, the dice pool, then you start doing the combos. So you will assign all the combos to your character board, and then once you're done with assigning all of them, you will start to do these actions on the board, right? So for example, if you have a move, you will use it and you will move into another room, right? So like the more actions you have, you will be able to buy more skills, because each hero comes with skills that you can buy, so you will have extras. So based on the combos that you have, you will be able to clear out the den, score points for the objectives, score points for the boss if you do manage to kill him or her, yes or no. And then in the end, the person after 4 rounds, like the person with the most points, will win. That's the idea of the... So that's Vengeance Roll and Fight.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. We are Koreans, so can you say anything to Korean board gamers?
Do I have to say anything in Korean?
Korean.
I don't know anything.
No. You can speak English to
I
Korean.
Can speak English. Hello, Korea. Very nice to meet you. I do hope that some of you maybe ever make it to Essen. It would be nice to meet you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much. Okay, see you again. 네, 지금 이제 햄릿과 3가지 게임을 보여주셨죠. 시원하게 썰자 할 수 있는 게임이군요. 맞아요. 약간 그 좀비사이드 같은 느낌도 나고 하는 그런 게임이네요. 네, 햄릿은 제가 사실 되게 기대작이었는데 역시 되게 좀 재밌을 것 같아요. 한국 사람한테 뭐 말하라고 하지 말으라 그러니까 다 당황하시고 말을 잘 못하시네. 네. 한국말로 말해야 되니까 한국말 할 줄 모른다고 한국말 할 줄 모른다고 그렇게 했고요. 자 그러면 지금 제가 다음번 인터뷰까지 약간의 텀이 있는데 어디야? 여기를 한번 가보죠. Okay, hello, nice to meet you. Can I interview? I'm Hans from 보드라이브 channel. You mailed me. Right? Can you remember?
When was that?
Okay. Anyway.
I think that I sent you, isn't it? I'm Barnabas.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice
you mailed me, right?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Okay. Now I want to interview this game. Okay, who can?
I can say a few words about the game if you want.
Okay.
Shall I do it? Just a short overview about what the game is about?
Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yes. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm the academic content manager of Hegemony Project Games. And this is Barnabas, the founder and designer of Hegemony, co-designer. And well, this is Hegemony, our first game of Hegemony Project Games. To put it very shortly, Hegemony is a nation simulation which aims to educate 2 to 4 players about the basics of economics and political economy and political science. And what they do in the game is they simulate the nation by choosing one of 4 social classes: working class, middle class, capitalist class, and the state. Each class has their own objective and goals politically and economically. each class has their own ways to achieve them because it's very asymmetric. Each class has a completely different deck with different cards. And well, they obviously have to be competitive because each class wants to win, but they also have to cooperate often, just as in real life basically. And that's what we try to teach. Like we try to put real life elements into the game in order to educate people in a playful manner, so they get educated without realizing that they get educated basically. And that's it in a very short way. Yeah, that's the game.
Play, in Korean, right? Korean language.
Yes, there's Korean localization.
Korean
Yeah,
version.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There is a Korean localization.
Yeah.
The company is Board M,
Board M.
and we are super amazing to see the final outcome.
Okay. Korean people, Korean board gamers are willing to these games. Come.
Nice.
Yeah.
They will. When will they ship the Korean version? Any idea?
We think that on March they will have the game.
March.
On March and early April. So we're super excited to receive the game.
Yeah.
And to give us your feedback.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for making this good game.
Sure, you're very welcome.
Game, yeah.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
I'm happy you enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you. 네, 해게머니 이건 한글판이 나오는 거라 잠깐 반가워서 잠깐 인사를 해봤고요. 네, 스펠링은 샀다고. 네, 그거 얘기할 걸. 네, 샀다는 거를 얘기를 못했네요. 지금 여기는 저희가 예약을 했었는데 처음에 늦어가지고 못했던 곳입니다. 오케이. 오케이. 지금 저기 뭔가 설명을 하고 있어서 다른 데를 먼저 가봐야 될 것 같아요. GDM이 D4. 여기가 뭐 부스명이나 이런 게 있지는 않는데 내년 3, 4월 약속. 네. 근데 언제 올지 모르는 그런 거는 진짜 게임이 오는 거는 너무 변수가 많아서 뭐 말한 날짜에 오는 게 신기할 정도예요. 네, 정말. 어디였지? B4 텍. GDM. 지금 인터뷰 예약을 했던 팀이 1, 3, 4 어디였는지 찾고 있어요. 이쪽 어디였는지. 그래서 저기 있다. 네, 찾았습니다. 아까부터 슈레딩거 고양이도 보인다고요? 네. Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Can you hold this one? Yeah. Okay. Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yeah, my name is Simon Eichhärmle, difficult name. I'm from Doppeldenk Spiele in Germany, from Freiburg. I'm here at Essen.
Okay. Now, can you introduce your new game?
Yes, okay. So this is Plutocracy. As you see, it's space, is time, is money, is power.
Space, time, is money, is power. Yeah.
Yeah. So you will see that later also on the game. So it's 2 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes. You are one of the big trading corporations and trading in the solar system.
Okay.
So your ultimate goal is to have the most councillors in the Plutocratic Council on Pluto. Yeah? To do that, you need to win the elections on the 5 planets, so Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn and Mars. In an election, it's plutocracy, so majority, who has the most seats in the parliament, but you get the parliaments by buying the seats. You know, you need to spend money to have influence on the planets, and if you have the influence on the planet, you can translate it in the election to influence in the Plutocratic Council.
Okay.
In the end of the game, just the councillors and the Plutocratic Council are important, nothing else matters.
Okay.
So what is special about the game is how the game evolves. You have a time track, so you can see who has spent the least amount of time, and this player is now has its turn now. So now it's the pink player's turn. Yeah. So you need to see, okay, where's my spaceship? So the pink player is now with the spaceship on Neptune.
Yep.
So this is Neptune. Neptune wants to buy water and buys it for a price of 5 space euros per unit and sells plants. So we have to look at the player board of the pink player.
Yep.
Okay, I have water, that's good, and I have some space euros, no other resources. So I can sell now these 3 water for 15 space euros. So it's 5 space euros for each water. I have 3. Now the demand price decreases. So if another player comes and also wants to sell water, he gets less, of course.
Changing,
Yeah. So now I can also buy plants. So I can buy plants for the 3 space euros each. So I buy plants. Let's say I pay 15 space euros. So I get 5 plants. After that, the price rises. So the next player to come has to spend more money to get the same. I could also buy a seat in the parliament for future elections, but the pink player, I have already the majority.
Yeah.
So I leave it at that. Now I have to see, okay, I have plants in my spaceship, nothing else. So I want to go to the planet who wants to have plants. This is Uranus, the green planet.
Uranus.
So the planets are always in the color of the resource they demand. So it's easy to see where I have to go next.
Yeah.
I need to go to the green planet. Okay, where is it on my map? Now I can see, okay, I'm here, there's the green planet, so it's quite some distance. If I would fly there, I would need a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because every hex is 1 time unit.
Yeah.
But I see, okay, there's a rotation coming as an event. I will explain that in a second.
Yeah.
So I can also go to the future position of Uranus. It will rotate there. So I just spent 1 time unit for the hex, plus additional 2 for takeoff and landing. So I go 3, 1, 2, 3 on the time track.
Yeah.
Okay, now again, player order, who has spent the least amount, and the events are also considered players. So now it's the rotation event.
rotation.
Okay, so rotation means every planet rotates 1 position. Yes, and also here, and the yellow planet. If you are on a planet, you are just carried away with the planet. The system is always changing, and also the comet is going closer to the sun. And you can see now it's a rotation. It's independent of the player count for 2, 3, or 4 players every 10 time units. So this goes to the spot of 20, and then it will rotate again and again and again. The system will always change. The distances change. Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Now it would be also again the turn of the pink player again. So you can have multiple turns in a row. It's always depending on the time track. Also prices, like every few time units, there is an event prices, so that you will have to increase the price for demand and decreases for supply, so that you always have an economy where you can earn some money. This is also just done by the time track. You release the amount. It goes from 17 to 34, let's say. You will see when are the elections. You see when it's the turn of which player. So that's the most of the game. There's one special. That's the Earth. So Earth is not considered a planet. It's destroyed in the story of the game. But there are some societies on Earth, so you can earn seats in the Plutocratic Council, which is your ultimate goal. Also, while joining a society on Earth. To do that, you have to fulfill certain missions. So there is one mission, if you want to join the High Society, is having 25 space euros. The Science Society, you have to rescue the alien from the comet. So you have to fly to the comet, pick up an alien, and then go to Earth and to show that you have the alien.
You must stay aboard.
If you are the first to rescue the alien, you get 3 points, like 3 counselors on the Plutocratic Council. If you are second, you get 2 points. If you are third or fourth, you don't get anything. So it's a bit a race to who goes to Earth first to fulfill the missions, and then back to the planets to make money and to transfer the money. Space is time, is money, is power. In the end, it's just power you need.
I just understood.
I mean, it's the distance you travel. It says so much time you need on the time track. Then you make money, and from the money you have to earn a lot of power in the Plutocratic Council to win the game. It's really played in 16 to 90 minutes. 2-player, it's even faster. No luck involved, so you have no elements of luck during the game. It's all open information, but very difficult to see where will the planets be in 20 time units. To imagine in your head, okay, I have to go there and then there to this planet. It's very difficult to master, but easy to learn. That's all the rules. 5 minutes, you need nothing more.
Okay, very interesting game.
Thanks. Yeah, it's our second game. We have done Euro Crisis for 7 years ago, also about a financial crisis in Europe, and now it's the second game. It's out now for Essen. It's really fun to play. It's tight. It's a lot of player interaction because there's no luck involved. It just depends what are the other players doing, what is the time order, when is the perfect moment to go to Earth, and to foresee where the planets will be in the future.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Okay, see you again.
Yeah.
Okay, see you. 네. Sorry?
Yeah, okay. Not just for the two of us.
Two of us? Yeah.
This was the appointment, so you will not come back at 3:30.
I'll visit your booth.
You're in my booth. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
not
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but just if I will be here, but okay,
Of
so I
course,
won't.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, see you again.
Yeah, see you again.
Yeah.
Have a great time at Essen.
예. 예, 지금 되게 신기한 게임이네요. 저런 공전하는 시스템이나 이런 것들이 굉장히 재밌어요. 가격이 변하는 거는 다른 게임에서도 봤는데 행사 내일부터 맞아요. 예, 행사는 내일부터고 행성 토큰 스티커 붙이면은 100% 나온다. 행성 토큰 스티커가 100% 나온다고. 예. 그렇습니다. 어쨌든 그리고 게임 설명들을 굉장히 빨리들 하셔서 빠르게 진행이 되고 있어요. 레버가 45분이었으니까 오케이. 지금 원래 하려고 했던 데가 보드앤다이스랑 게임린 게임즈랑 아트피아 게임즈가 있는데 여기 못 찾았어요, 부스를. 그래가지고 여기를 어떻게 찾아야 될지 모르겠는데 어쨌든 일단 찾은 데부터 한 군데 가볼게요. 자, 잠깐만. 잠깐만. 지금 여기는 투토마토 게임즈인데, hello, 투토마토.
Hello.
I'm Hans from bo드라이브.
How are you?
Okay, did you hear about interview?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now, okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Can you please hold
like
this one?
this?
This is a live stream.
Okay.
Can you introduce
Hello.
yourself and your company?
Hello, I'm Jordi from Two Tomatoes, and we're here in Essen once again. Very excited.
Yep.
We have 3 games to show.
3 games. Okay. Can you introduce the game?
Yes. So which one do you want me to start with?
Pick one.
Okay, let's start with Pico el Profiteer.
Yeah.
So this is a game for 1 to 5 players. Plays around 1 hour, and it's a game with a bit of a more adult theme. So we have this country here that has oil, but also very unfortunate has a civil war. And in this game we are executives from an oil company, and basically we want to take the oil to make lots of millions, like this here. And we want to get all the money. When the game ends, when this counter arrives here, the player with the most money is going to be the player who wins the game. The bases, the mechanics are very easy. It's an action selection game. There's 5 different actions, and you play basically on 2 levels. You play here in the board, because you want to get the oil rights of the different regions and then sell that oil through the ports. But you also play on another level, which is here you have the tokens. Each of these warring factions has 3 different leaders. It's the political, the military, and the religious leader. And you want these guys to be your friends because they are going to help you with special actions and discounts throughout the game. And every turn there's going to be 1 consultant who's going to be available for hire, or something will happen in the country. These events, they all increase the corruption, and thus making it nearer to the end game.
What is this number?
This is the percentage of corruption in the country. So the game ends when the corruption is 100%.
Okay.
And here we have a tiny game, Safari Splash. Very funny game, plays 2 to 6 players, and it plays just in 90 seconds. So
90
1 minute
seconds?
and a half.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute and a half. You can play it, it has several levels of difficulty, okay? Each player is going to take one of the scoring cards that are labeled. For example, this is level 0, this is the easiest one, okay? Here we have only one flamingo. Level 1, here we already have 2 animals. Level 2, we have 3 animals, and there's the level 3, which is more difficult, okay? And what we're going to do in this game, we are in the savannah and we're looking for animals as we go down a river in the savannah, okay? This setup card is going to tell us which animals we like and which animals we don't like, okay? So in this case, this player really likes elephants and crocodiles, but doesn't like lions, okay? So what do? Once we have those scoring cards, we put all the river cards, we put them face down, okay, like this, and the blue side up, okay? And then the game comes with an app that has a timer and like funny animal sounds and stuff. Then there's no turns. We have to go as fast as possible. We look at the pile and we take, for example, this player would be interested maybe in this card because it has elephant and has crocodile. So each time that you take a card, you have to turn it over.
Okay.
And you can see that one of the animals, in this case the monkey, is missing. But this one would be very good for this player. So then adds it to the river, okay? You always add it to the last card that you played. Okay, always making a river.
Okay.
So when the time runs out, we count the numbers. For example, this player, for each elephant and each crocodile, 1 point. For each lion in his river, -1 point. Okay, and these ones are, if you have 2 animals that are of the same type exactly together, you get 3 extra points. If you have 3, you get 7 points. For example, this player would get 3 extra points for the couple of elephants that are next to each other. And why the Safari Splash? Sometimes there's some cards that have the splash symbol. Whenever you reveal one of them, you have to pass it to the left. Okay, and there's a movement of tiles. And that's it. As you can see, very easy game, plays in 90 minutes, and you can play with kids or grown-ups. Doesn't matter. It's fast. And then we have Coral. Coral is 1 to 4 players, plays in around 15 minutes more or less. And it's a nice 3D game. What you're going to do is each player is a coral species, okay? There's 4 in the game. And you're going to build a reef, a coral reef together. But this is a competitive game. You want to keep the best spots for yourself, for your species. And what are the best spots? The ones that receive the sunlight from above, okay? So players are going to play until all the pieces are put in the reef. The reef changes wildly every time that you play. When all the pieces are placed, you look at the reef from above. For each icon of your species that you can see, you get 1 point. And that's it. Whoever has more points wins the game. And we also have a solo mode that you're going to use those cards. Basically, in the solo mode, you play with the 4 species and you get 1 card for each species. There's 3 of them with this is easy, this is normal, and this is difficult, okay? You choose 1 card per species and it's going to tell you how that species is going to score at the end of the game. For example, if I chose this one, there would be the hide. This means that in this game, red coral wants to hide. The less red icons that you see at the end of the game, the more you will score. And that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I heard your plane was delayed, right?
Yes, yes. But we managed to put everything here. Now we're happy. The stand is set up, so let's go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you. See you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. 네, 세 가지 게임을 들어봤습니다. 인도차가 많이 나는 게임들이 있었죠. 네, 지금 아까 말씀드렸던 그 보드앤다이스나 어디였지? 그 에픽 만드는 게임 회사, 게이밍 게임즈나 아티피아 게임즈, 그 러시 MD 만드는 그런 게 혹시 제 뒤로 잠깐 보이면은 여러분도 한번 얘기해 주세요. 아까 제가 여러 번 돌면서 찾았는데 잘 안 보이더라고요. 요 세 곳에 약속해놓고 지금 못 찾고 있고, 뭐 제가 메일로 너희 어디 있는지 사진 찍어서 보내달라고 했는데 아마 바빠서 메일 못 본 것 같아요. 네. 과수원 같은 게임을 3D로 하는 건가 약간 그런 느낌인 것 같기도 하고 그렇습니다. 네, 지금 이제 제가 갈 곳은 목소리가 작아요? 제 목소리가 작아요? 제가 이렇게 배터리가 또 안 나갔을 수도 있어서 여기는 괜찮은데, 예. 아, 요렇게 하면 잘 들리나요? 이렇게 하면 안 들리고. 자, 주변 소음이 크긴 한데 잘 들려요? 아, 라크라모사. 자, 그러면 다음 게임 메보가 여기 어디 있었는데, 메보. 여기가 그 실제 보스는 이제 다 나와 있어요. 뭐가 어디 있고 이런 게. 근데 지금 여기 노벨티 룸에서 뭐 누가 어디 있다 이런 거는 미리 나와 있는 게 없어서, 메보를 왔는데 아까 4시 45분에 약속을 했는데 조금 일찍 왔더니 아직 안 오셨네요. 39분. 네, 딜레이 평소보다 많은가 보다. 마이크 올리니까 더 잘 들려요. 요 마이크를 조금, 요 마이크 자체가, 잠깐만 그냥 쳐볼게요. 네, 들리긴 하는 거죠? 네. 자, 지금 한 5분 남았는데 다른 곳을 가긴 조금 그래서 여기서 잠깐 여러분들과 잡담을 좀 하다가 여기 메보 또 퍼블리셔에서 오시면은 또 이야기 해보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 그 궁금한 거 있으시면은 얘기해 주세요. 지금 가능하면은 다양한 그런 퍼블리셔들을 하고 얘기해 보려고 했는데 일단은 꽉 채우긴 했어요. 그 시간대를 꽉 채우긴 했는데 어떻게 뭐 지금 못 간 데가 몇 군데 있죠. 3군데가 있고. 소리가 안 나요? 소리가 안 난다고요? 요거는, 자, 요거 첫 번째. 안녕하세요. 1번 소리 나는지 들어봐 주시고. 네, 안녕하세요. 2번 소리 나는지 한번 들어봐 주세요. 자, 1번과 2번 소리 나는지 한번. 치는 소리가 안 나요. 오케이. 치는 소리가 안 난다는 건 요 마이크가 뭔가 안 나오는 상태일 거라는 거니까 잠시만요. 소리가 나오긴 하는데 1번 탈락 4개. 잘 들려요. 1번은 살짝 멀게 얘기하면 1번이 너무 잘 들리고, 그러면 약간 좀 안으로 넣어서 마스크 안으로 넣어볼까요? 이렇게. 자, 잘 들립니까 이제? 잘 들리긴 할. 저처럼 하면은 너무 소리가 큰 것 같아서 이렇게 할게요. 네, 이렇게. 그냥 제 목소리가 작았던 것 같기도 하고. 소리가 나긴 나죠? 네. 지금 제 목소리가 들리죠? 이번이 안 나온다고요? 왜 안 나오지? 이상하겠네. 오케이. 일단은 인터뷰 하고 나서 보도록 하겠습니다. 밖에 놓는 게 좋아요, 그쵸? 자,
How do you want to do?
Okay, now it is live streaming. Okay. Can you hold this mic? Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Test?
Hello.
Test?
Oh, test. Okay, then. It is live. People are watching now.
Oh,
Okay,
oh dear.
60 people.
Hello, people.
70 people. Okay, can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yes, my name is Gilles Doré. I'm a founder of Mabel Games. Mabel Games is a Portuguese publisher, and we distribute directly in Portugal and in Spain. And also we sold our license worldwide, like in Japan or Korea or United States.
Okay, we have your games, several of your games in Korean version. Yeah.
Sorry?
We have your games, several games of your
Yes.
Korean version. Yeah.
Yes, the last one was 28, Tram of
Right.
Lisbon 28.
We played the game.
Yeah. Yes, and also I think Real, no, and the other
Porto.
one, Porto.
Yeah.
Porto. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now, what is your new games of this spiel? Can you introduce?
Okay.
Okay.
So.
This one?
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is Hercules. Okay, it's a game about the 12 works of labor, the 12 labors of Hercules. Each player has a small Hercules, a color. Okay, choose a color, and he will try to do all the works till the end. The game ends when one of the players arrives here. Okay. The objective of the game, how do you win points? You win points if you gain these symbols. If you have majorities of these symbols, you win 5 points for each majority you have here, or for each set collection, or for each cube that you have, you win 1 point. Okay, and these here are victory points that you gain in some cards. Okay, how do you play? If I'm all players at the same time throw the dice. For example, let's imagine like this. Okay. Now all players at the same time look to their own dice and they choose to do an operation, a very simple operation. The operation is to have a result between 1 and 12. So the yellow player can multiply, so it's 12, or he can divide, is 3, or he can sum, is 8. Okay. So for example, let's see if he makes a sum. Okay, 8. So he's going here. Okay, and he picks this cube for him. Okay, meaning that the 8th work is done. Okay, and because he did a sum, he picked this card here, showing a sum. See this symbol here. Okay, so I pick this card for me. Okay. Now, during the game, you will win several cards like this. Okay, other cards like this, etc. Okay, and these cubes are very useful because they give you 1 point, or you can use it here. So you can, for example, this card, in this case, you can copy the value of the other players, or if, for example, you can change the value of the card, of the dice.
We can use this card just one time.
Just one time, okay? Now, how do you advance? You can do the labor, the work in any order. You can pick this one, or this one, in any order. But the worker doesn't go in unless he is free in front of him. once it's free, he jumps
Whoa.
to the next the last free work. In this case, is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because he jumped to here, he wins this god. Okay, which gives you 2 additional points and also a symbol of division. So it will help you to make the majority of this of the for the end of the game.
Only first time player take
Yes,
his card.
the first one to arrive here wins. Also, because he jumps 4, he will win this additional points, 6 points, because he jumps 4 times. Okay.
Okay.
So the game ends when they arrive there, and you just sum all the majorities that you win, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Very simple. It's a 30-minute game. All the mechanics are based on the mathematical operations. Very simple.
Very simple. Very good. Then Ebola.
Now Evura. Evura is a city in Portugal, in the south of Portugal, and as a Roman temple. In this game, you are a worker, okay, that is building the columns in the temple. Okay, so when you choose, there's a rule of you are moving around this rondel. Okay, and when you arrive to a place, any place, you do the action that is showing in here. Okay, you will win points depending the place, where you place your stone or your capital. For example, this is the first one, you gain 3 points. 2, 1, 3. If you place a capital, you win 5. Okay.
The middle is smallest.
Yes. Why? Because at the end of the game, you will win additional points for majorities of columns. If you have the majority of the colors in one column, like in here, showing the pink player showing is a majority, you will win 5 points. Okay? And also you will win points for the majority of the several levels in all the columns. For example, in the level 1 of all columns, if you have the majority, you win 5 points. In the second level, you win 10. That's why in the third level, you win 15 points. You just win 1 point if you place there. But at the end of the game, if you have the majority in the third level, you win 15 points. Okay. There are other bonus that cards gives you that can give you additional points. But these cards, basically, they give you additional power in your turn and allow you to do extra things in your turn. And that's it. These white pieces are neutral. If you place 1 piece, you just gain 2 points, okay, in any place. But they help you to control a column or to block another player to not gain the majority on that level. Okay. The game ends when one of the players have no more stones. Okay. Or if all the columns have 4 levels. Okay. And that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Simple. Very good.
Very simple.
2 games. Right.
2 games.
2 games.
Exactly.
Very good. Your games is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Every your games are beautiful.
Thank you. Let's hope that some publisher from Korea will take these games for Korea, like Porto or like Tram of Lisbon. We will see.
We'll see. Okay.
We have some meetings there in Essen, in this Essen Spiel. We will see.
I hope these games in Korean language.
I hope so too.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. I'll visit your booth. Okay.
See you there. See you.
Okay.
Bye
bye. Bye. 네. 메보는 참 그 좀 예쁘고 그렇게 어렵지 않은 패밀리 게임을 많이 만드는 것 같아요. 자, 둘 다 재밌겠네요. 그죠? 지금 52분. 그다음에 뭐 지금 사실 보드앤다이스랑 아티피아랑 게임린을 할 시간이에요. 그래서 살짝 돌아다닐 겸 새로운 뭐 곳을 인터뷰해도 되고요. 저희가 조금 이제 시간이 있으니까 다녀보다가 좀 여러분 관심 있는 데 있으면 얘기해 주시면 제가 아예 한번 인터뷰 해보도록 하겠습니다. 혹시 보드앤다이스나 게임린이나 아티피아를 보시면 얘기해 주시고요. 또는 조금 관심 있다, 나 이거 한번 저 게임 한번 설명 들어보고 싶다 하는 거 있으면은 한번 물어봐 주세요. 안녕하세요. 네, 한국 분을 만나가지고 보드앤다이스 위치는 2C130이라고 나오네요. 중앙 쪽으로 가셔야 됩니다. 보드앤다이스 부스의 위치는 거긴데 여기는 이제 부스랑은 또 다르게 요렇게 이제 전시를 해놓는 곳이거든요. 그래서 이게 이제 약간 뭔가 예약을 하고 하는 것 같기는 한데 정확히 어디에 뭐가 있는지에 대한 정보가 나와 있지는 않아요. 그래서 그게 조금 애매합니다. 부스로 나중에 찾아가면은 되긴 하는데 뭐 찾아가서 야 니네 어디 게임 어디인지 몰라서 못 찾아서 인터뷰 못했다 뭐 이렇게 얘기하게 되겠죠. 요거는 이제 오크 이미 저희가 금주의 신작에서 보여줬던 그런 게임이죠. 게임브로 게임들 이고요. 우리나라 부스도 궁금하네요. 한국 부스가 아니라 한국 게임도 이따가 찾아가려고 예약을 해놓긴 했어요. 그래서 코리아 보드 게임즈만 지금 여기다가 전시를 해놨거든요. 그래서 이제 거기를 찾아갈 예정입니다. 거기 외에는 한국 팀이 없어가지고, 여기 이제 이노슈필이라고 해서 이제 슈필 요 주최 측에서 상을 주는 게 있어요. 세 팀한테 주는데 이제 두 팀은 노미네이트고 한 팀이 이제 진짜 본상을 받는 거예요. 요게 이제 노미네이트에 받은 상입니다. 무거운데 최대한 좀 가볍게 해가지고. 제이드님 안녕하세요. 나와요.
아유, 안녕하세요, 여러분.
네, 안녕하세요. 뭐 여기 전시하신다고 들었었는데 아닌가요?
저쪽에 있긴 있어요. 근데 저희가 카드 게임이어가지고 좀 초라하긴 한데 와보시죠, 그러면. 지금 뭐 많이들 보고 계세요? 지금 한국 몇 시예요?
한국이 9시.
얼마 안 됐네요.
10시, 9시 55분.
저희는 요번에 그러니까 약간은 저희 라인업을 아마 내년부터는 저희 오리지널 게임들이 많이 나올 거예요. 그런데 요번에는 조금 분위기를 축소해가지고 작은 게임, 그때도 저희가 보드앤라이브에서 말씀드리긴 했는데 6살, 뭐 8살 이 정도가 할 수 있는 그냥 작은 게임을 한번 시작을 해봤어요. 그래서 갖고 오기도 편하고 또 빠르게 소개할 수 있는 그런 게임 두 종류를 준비를 했고요. 아마 이제 조금씩 좀 복잡한 게임으로 가볼까 합니다. 그래서 이렇게 딱 두 개 해놨어.
여기 있었네요. 간단하게 1분 내로 얘기해 주시죠.
그렇게 가능합니다. 자, 일단은 이거는 이제 요람에서 무덤까지라는 게임이고 보시면은 여기 이제 보시면은 자기가 각자가 나이를 만들어요. 이렇게. 그래서 지금 요 플레이어 같은 경우에는 28살인 거고요. 이 플레이어는 16살이에요. 그래서 자기 차례가 되면은 손에 있는 카드로 나의 나이는 천천히 올리고 상대방의 나이는 빨리 올리는 그런 게임이에요. 예를 들면은 지금 뭐 예를 들면 9가 있잖아요. 상대방의 나이는 1단위로 올릴 수가 있어요. 지금 28살이니까 이렇게 29살로 만들어버리다던가 아니면 뭐 나한테 3이 있었으면은 순식간에 38살로 만들어볼 수도 있는 거예요. 근데 이때 이제 여러 가지 특수 카드들이 있어가지고 뭐 1자리랑 10자리를 바꾼다던가 아니면은 뭐 10자리에 어떤 카드를 덮어버린다던가 요 카드를 또 방해하는 카드들도 있어가지고 이런 식으로 상대방의 나이를 올리면서 당연히 나이를 천천히 먹는 게 좋겠죠. 그렇게 올리다가 100살이 누군가 넘어가면은 그 라운드는 끝이 나고 따로 기록을 해놔요. 이번 라운드는 100 몇 살, 뭐 30 몇 살 이런 식으로 기록을 해가지고 3라운드
나이가 감점이군요.
나이가 일종의 감점이죠. 뭐 뭐 부정적인 그런 건 없지만 어쨌든 그런 식으로 3라운드 진행해서 총 나이가 가장 적은 사람이 승리를 하는 게임이어서 되게 간단하게 카드 드리븐으로 방해할 수 있는 그런 게임이에요.
나이가 깡패다라는 말을
약간 뒤집은 그런 느낌이죠. 요거는 메모리 아일랜드라는 게임으로 작가님이 동화 작가예요. 아트워크가. 그래서 약간 좀 파스텔 톤으로 독특하게 되어 있죠. 보시면은 카드 구성은 1부터 10까지 이렇게 숫자들이 있고 거기에 있는 동물들이 다 이렇게 보시면은 그 얘네들이 뭐라고 그랬지? 그
물고기.
아니 물고기가 아니라 좀 그러니까 뭐지? 위험한 동물.
멸종위기.
멸종위기. 감사합니다. 멸종위기 동물들 얘기하는 거예요. 메모리 게임 베이스예요. 그래가지고 예를 들면은 처음에는 카드들이 다 이렇게 뒤집혀 있고 자기 차례가 되면은 카드 하나하나 뒤집어요. 뒤집다가 만약에 지금 다 뒤집혔다 생각을 하고 만약에 뒤집다가 10을 초과한다. 그러면은 거기서 끝이에요. 예를 들면 지금 5가 나온 상태에서 제가 6을 뒤집었다. 그러면은 5 더하기 6은 11이니까 요것들은 다시 다 이렇게 뒤집어 놔요. 그리고 차례는 넘어가요. 카드를 갖고 올 수 있는 거, 이건 뭐든 보여주면서요. 카드를 가지고 올 수 있는 기회는 뒤집다가 합이 이미 넘어져. 이 경우는 꽝인데.
여기 412 있네요.
412. 이렇게 해보죠. 제가 4, 1 뒤집었고, 그 다음에 요걸 뒤집었더니 5 더하기 4 더하기 1이니까 10이 되죠. 그러면 요 세 개를 가지고 오는 거예요. 그래서 요거는 제 카드가 되는 거고, 종료 조건이 조금 독특해요. 카드를 정확히 10장 모으지 않으면 끝낼 수가 없어요. 그러니까 카드가 8장 돼 있으면은 뭐 10을 2번 가져온다든지 5 더하기 5, 4 더하기 6 이런 식으로 딱 10장을 맞춰야지. 만약에 카드가 8장이 있는데 3 나오고 2 나왔다. 그럼 이미 불가능하잖아요. 그래도 계속 뒤집어 줘야 돼요. 10일 넘을 때까지. 딴 사람들이 볼 수 있도록. 그래서 약간 메모리랑 산술이 결합된 게임이고 저희가 생각하는 대상 연령은 한 5살?
5살?
예. 그 정도는 충분히 할 수 있는 게임이고 게임 시간 자체는 5분을 안 넘어가는 그런 게임이어서 그냥 간단하게 하고 뭐 현장에서 지도자 선생님이라든지 뭐 아이들이랑 게임하시는 분들이 가족들이 같이 하기 좋은 그런 게임입니다. 그래서 약간 박스가 이렇게 저희의 이제 새로운 라인업으로 작은 박스로 나왔고 이렇게 넘버링이 돼 있어가지고 앞으로 이런 식으로 좀 계속 낼 생각이에요. 그래서 이번에 딱 2개가 나왔습니다.
알겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다.
예, 감사합니다, 여러분.
혹시 그 지나가시다가 보드앤다이스나 게임린이나 뭐 아티피아 그 게임 보신 적 있으신가요, 여기서?
아직은 지금은 뭐
여기다.
여기서요? 네, 봤죠.
어딨어요?
게임린은 여기서요?
여기서.
아티피아요? 아티피아랑 보드앤다이스랑 게임린 셋 다 못 봤는데.
셋 다 못 보셨어요? 저도 못 봐가지고.
부스는 봤어요. 부스는.
부스는 뭐 알겠습니다.
그러면 수고하시고 여러분들 반갑습니다.
또 뵐게요. 네, 뭐 이렇게 또 한국 게임 봤습니다. 한국 게임이 이제 수출을 하려고 나온 게임이죠. 간단하니 좋다. 이것도 이제 나오면 아마 한글판도 당연히 내실 테고, 저희가 또 금주의 선신장에서 또 오키님과 플레이 해볼 수 있는 기회가 있지 않을까 생각합니다. 이것 봐, 윷놀이가 있어요. 윷놀이가 있습니다. 이거 게임 지침. 이거 어디서 나오는 거지? 저 이거 사실 저기서 봤거든요. 그 슈필 리스트에서도 보고 이제 저기서도 봤는데, 보드게임 기계에서도 봤는데 신기해요. 이런 윷놀이가 게임을 나왔는데 약간 느낌이 오징어 게임 같지 않아요? 디자인이? 오징어 게임의 그거를 타고 윷놀이를 만든 것 같은 느낌? 오징어 윷놀이. 여기서 나온, 그러니까 여기 뭐 지금 아무도 안 계셔가지고 못 보겠는데, 아무튼 TOPP 요 퍼블리셔인 것 같습니다. 네. 자, 어쨌든 저희 15분 정도 좀 자유롭게 돌아다닐 수 있는 여유가 됐어요. 아까 말씀드렸던 것처럼 좀 관심 있는 게임 있으시면은 자세히 보도록 여기 물어봐 주시고요. 근데 지금 많이 떠났어요. 이게 초반에 한 1시에 12시 반에 문을 열었는데, 그때는 진짜 사람이 엄청 빠글빠글하게 많았거든요. 네, 부르륵 찍고 이제 다 돌아간 것 같아요. 네. 오징어 게임에 편수가 있네. 맞아. 오징어 게임. 약간 저렇게 하면은 디자인에 대한 어떤 그걸 뭔가를 제시하기 좀 애매하잖아요. 예. 어쌔신 크리드네요. 와, 멋있다. 그래서 오케이. 옆에 홀로블 길드가 있는데, 홀로블 길드 언제였지? 네. 자, 지금 여기 시간이 3시 고 네, B4 네, GDM 게임 B4에 있는 GDM 갤럭시 트러커. 네, 갤럭시 트러커도 이따가 한번 보여드릴게요. 오, 이키 심판이네요. 예, 이키 저희가 한번 지금은 제가 한 곳을 건너뛴 곳이 있는데 B4 TAK GDM 게임즈 거를 건너뛰었는데 GDM 어딨지? B4면 여기 근처인데 엄페어 신박한 게임 없나요? 신박한 게임. GDM이 제가 여기서 만나기로 한 팀이 여기 있었구나. B4. 예, 그냥 쭉 한번 보시죠. 인섹티아 여기 있네. 인섹타 더 레이디스 오브 인터멀러지. 여기를 인터뷰하기로 했는데 아까부터 안 계시네요. 예, 일단은 제가 왔다라는 것을 알려놓기 위해서. 엄페어 통과. 엄페어 어디 갔어? 예, 여기 한번 쓱 보고 가겠습니다. 인섹트가 아니고 곤충들을 레이디가 이 승려분이 곤충들을 채집하는 그런 게임인 것 같습니다. 여기는 테트리스 요소가 있는 템포라는 게임이네요. 곤충학적 게임, 왔다감, 영상으로 증거 남기기. 네, 그렇습니다. 네, 요것들도 설명 좀 듣고 싶었는데, 요거는 어쨌든 저희가 미팅을 할 거거든요. 그래서 샘플 한번 받아갈 것 같으니까 금주의 신작에서 또 보여드리도록 하겠습니다. 테트리스 나왔죠. 자, 여기 되게 익숙한 게임 브루가 있군요. 짜자잔. 자, 지금 시간이 5분 3시 5분인데 다음 게임지를 한번 가보죠. 블루 오렌지네요. 블루 오렌지. 지금 게임 인터뷰가 좀 빨리빨리 진행이 돼서 허니버즈 디럭스 예고했었다고. 네. 블루 오렌지로 한번 가볼게요. 여기 엠퍼러 에스포네요. 여기 게임들을 제가 참 좋아하는데 하나미코지도 그렇고. 예.
How are you? Hello, Hans.
Nice to meet you. Wow.
Konstantin.
I look looking for you.
How are you?
Yeah.
All good?
Very good.
Good
Now,
to see you.
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you interview okay right now?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Where is your game?
It's here.
Here.
It's here and here.
Just fine. Okay.
You played, eh? You played last time, do you remember?
Yeah. Okay. Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yes.
This is a live stream. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello to everybody. My name is Konstantinos. I am from Artipia Games.
Yeah.
We are from Greece. You may know us from Kitchen Rush, MD, Among the Stars, Fields of Green, Project Elite, and also now we're showing our new games. It's the expansion for MD ICU. Very intense, and maternity and dental, also very fun because you get to deliver babies and do checks for the teeth and everything. But ICU is very intense game and takes the MD experience to a whole new level. We also have Warcraft, a nice new little word game with strategic paths to victory, because what you do is that this is the grid of letters. There are different categories of letters depending on how often they appear in the English alphabet, and players put their cubes on the letters that they choose for different words. But the trick is that you do not have to do the best word or the longest word, but you have to do the most clever word depending on the agenda cards that you have here. So you maybe try to have long words with 5 letters, gives you points, but also one word that starts with a yellow letter and ends with a blue letter. This also gives you points. So you have to think strategically, not the best knowledge of words wins, but the most clever choice of words wins.
Interesting, I love word game.
We also we also use the artwork from Ko Young, who is the illustrator of the Lord of the Rings new card game from Aris Games, the card game. The design is from Christian Giove. He's an Italian designer. He has designed another couple of games as well. And yeah, we're very happy with Warcraft, and we hope it's a new SPIEL release, and we hope it's gonna do very well. But this is our new big thing. It's gonna be demoing. If you're gonna tomorrow, if you come to our booth, we can show you, because it's series. This one is gonna have a big Kickstarter very soon. Where you are a space miner in 2020 to 2200 in 200 years from years. Yes. Sorry. And you are in series. You get to build buildings, explore the Mars Council, and explore the asteroid belt. So this is we have designed this with a true physicist, in order for a true application of the game. So the asteroid belt shifts as the stars move and all. It's very, very thematic and a very good application of all the physics that will be taking place in the next 200 years. We have this for demo at SPIEL, and it will be on Kickstarter on November 8th.
November 8th?
Yes. And we're very excited for this. Many reviews coming, a lot of hype is coming for this game. And you can demo it, and you can see more at our booth at SPIEL.
Okay.
So yeah, but MD ICU is probably gonna be done also by in Korean, maybe in the future, because we have done MD in Korea, but now maybe the expansion as well. So you may be able to find it in the near future. Yeah, maternity and dental, maybe. This one is more probably for Korean. This is a maybe for now, because it's a smaller expansion.
Okay.
But yeah, we're very excited to be back in SPIEL, and very, very happy to be here with all of you and seeing you all guys. Greetings from Germany to Korea, and have a good time and enjoy games.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Hans. Very nice to see you, Hans.
Thank you. I'm so great to meet you.
Very, very nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you. And see you on your booth.
Yes, come by our booth and have some videos there on Thursday or Friday. We have everything set up. It's going to be perfect.
Okay.
Still setting up for now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 네, 콘스탄티너스를 직접 만나니까 아주 마음이 놓이네요. 예. 저분은 2018년에 처음 왔을 때부터 계속 아티피아 담당자였는데, 러시 MD, 예, 맞아요. 저거 러시 MD는 뭐냐면은 이제 병원 게임인데, 병원에 환자들이 막 들어오고 그 환자들을 막 치료해야 돼요. 근데 그게 엄청 실시간으로 벌어지는 거고, 협력이고, 그래서 막 주사위? 예, 아무튼 저거 뭐지? 그 모래시계를 막 뒤집으면서 막 하는 게임인데 진짜 정신 없습니다. 네, 한스, 네, 제가 한스의 영어 이름이 한스예요. 그래가지고 예, 독일에서는 굉장히 흔한 이름이죠. 오케이. 지금 11분 블루 오렌지 Hello, Cyril.
Nice to
I'm
meet
Hans.
you.
Nice to meet you. Can you? This is live
Okay.
stream.
Okay.
Can you
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself and your company?
I work for Blue Orange Games.
Yep.
We are based in France. Maybe you know the two Blue Orange games. We
Yeah,
have Blue
you
Orange
and-
USA
yeah.
and us.
Yeah.
And what do you want to know about?
Okay. Now I'll introduce your game.
Okay.
Game. Okay.
I think we have three games to talk
Three
about.
games?
Yes.
Okay.
We are starting with Discover.
Discover what?
This one. Yes.
Okay.
It's party games and cooperative games.
Oh, so beautiful.
If you like music, you're gonna like this game. So, the first player is gonna launch a music. You can use Spotify, YouTube, whatever, it doesn't matter. You launch the music and we reveal 4 images. And each player gonna vote for the image who is most related to the music. It's like a Dixit. We reveal the votes,
Yep.
and if one image wins all the votes or most of the votes, we pick the images, we put on the side because you will need it at the end of the game. And for the votes, for example, this one is the third one, most of the vote for this one, 1 vote, 1 point.
Yep.
The points are the little token like this.
Okay.
So you put the image on the back, and you did this for 9 turns. At the end of the game, you have 9 images on the side, a square 3x3. You create a big discover with all the players. You have 100 images in the box from 73 artists around the world. So you have a lot of style, a lot of color. So it's really fun. And if you like the artist, we have an artist book, and you have all the name and the country from the artist. If you want to check their work on the Instagram, maybe.
Oh, it's a beautiful game.
It's very cool game. You can play with a competitive mode if you want to, but it's mostly fun if you do the cooperative way. I think we have Potion House on the list to present. It's a kid game and one of my favorites from the year. It's a game for 6 years old.
Yeah.
And
6
it's a,
years, yeah.
yes, it's a competitive one. You want to be the best apprentice for the witch, so you have to make some potions. Each player, it's important, the wand is very important. So each player have a little bag like this, and you're gonna make some potion. You need ingredients to make the potion. The ingredients are this, it's little cards, very beautiful artwork too. You pick secretly the cards. Between 2, 3, 4 or 5, it's the level of the difficulty of the potion. If you success your potion of 2 cards, you gain 2 points, and like this, or 3, 4, 5. For example, I will take 3 cards, like this. So now I have to find these ingredients in the little box. At my turn, pick the wand, and I check one box. If I found, yes. So when I do this, all the players are watching. So you don't want to take some time to let them win.
Remember?
Yes. We close the box, and the next player is gonna win. And when you think your potion is ready, because you know all the ingredients, you take like this. You say, I think this one is in the box, this one is in the box. If you are right, you score the points. If you are wrong, you not score the points. The card is discarded, and you take another one.
Okay.
The party is ending when someone has 4 potions in their bags. It doesn't mean he's the winner because of the different points of the potion. Maybe you end first, but you don't have enough points from another player. Very cool. All in the box. It's perfect for the kids, and the artwork is very, very cool.
Children love these.
And you have very cute things, different. The candies, the apples, some sand, some figs, some strange things. That's very cute.
Okay, very good.
And I think it was Next Station London. Next Station London is a flip and write game from Matthew Dunstan. It's the beginning of the range in Bronze. We have an already next station Tokyo for next year. So 3.1, very simple. All the players are gonna have a sheet like this and a pencil to start. You will change the pencil each turn. So you will draw 4 lines on the sheet. How you play is very simple. You pick a pencil and you flip the card. It's the station you have to go. Example, I have the pink pencil, so I start for the pink station, and I have to check the first circle station nearest me. For this one, I will go there, like this, and you do like this with all the cards until you have the 5 down station. It's yellow and pink. The top station are blue. So very simple. When the turn is ending, you count the points. 3 ways to score points. Here, like you have the points from the district you crossed. These districts are the little square, yellow. Be careful, you have a small district in the corner. So you pick all the district you cross, you write it. Here, the line is for the station you cross. You pick the district where you have the most station. Example, here I have 3 stations for a pink. So I have 3. And the last line is for all the time you cross the river. So you multiply an action and you have some points here. The second way to get some points is here. It's when you have 2, 3 or 4 lines crossing the same station. So 2 points, 5 points or 9 points. It's difficult, but you get a lot of points. And the last way to get some points here, the little sunshine, are the special station. You have 5 stations like this. When you cross it, you check here and you will get some points at the end of the game. So it's the simple mode. As I said, you change the color every turn. So we have 4 lines on your sheet. If you want to spice it up a little bit the game, you have the power for the crayons. Okay? 1 card for 1 crayon, and when you change the crayon, you change the power too. You have a station who count as double. You can pick whenever station you want. Very better. And this one, you can create a new section on your line. And this one, you can flip another card. So very interesting. It has more gameplay to the game, and you can add some common objective, like this. You pick 2 from the 5 at the beginning of the game, and you have objective that everyone have to complete to get some 10 points per objective.
Okay. Next year, not London, Tokyo. Next year, what city?
Next London for the first, Tokyo for next year, and we have some Paris maybe for 2024. Obviously, we are in France, so we have to do Parisian subway.
Paris. Yes. When is Seoul? Just kidding. Okay. Okay. So
if you have any question, let me know.
Okay. Thank you. These games are Museum Suspect and
Pengo Jump.
We already introduced it. Korean version.
Okay.
Yeah. So people love the game.
This one, Museum Suspect? Yeah, it's very cool. I'm really into artworks. So this one, Potion House, Pengo Jump, my favorites from because it's very cute. For Museum Suspect, for me, it looks like Zootopia, the Disney movie with the little animals. They're very cute, and I like the game like this, like Guess Who, like Cluedo, like the kind of things. So it's very, very cool.
Can you introduce one last time Wonderwood?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No problem. So, Wonderwood, if you like mushroom, you're gonna like this game. So, the goal of this game is to pick the mushroom with the most value. How do you play? You have an installation for 4 players, but you can play 2 to 5 players.
2 to 5. Yep.
We have 4 different species of mushrooms. And you're gonna to pick a mushroom each turn. First player, me, for example. I have some baskets here.
So cute.
Very
Yeah.
cute, me. So if I want to pick mushroom from here, I place my basket here, always on the left side, and I pick some mushroom. It's for me after. Other player is gonna do the same. At one point, maybe I will have to go on the board. Maybe a player will be already there, so I have to put more baskets. And the turn hand when nobody can place baskets anymore. Why it's important in this game to place the basket and to pick the right mushroom is because they have a secret value, a card, placed secretly at the beginning of the game, and you don't know the value of the mushroom. You only know value you have in your hand. So you can go to 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, or 7. You have information in your hand, and other players too. So you have to observe how they are playing to guess where is the best spot to put your baskets. It's very calm, not a lot of interaction with the other players, strategic a lot, and a lot of bluff and guessing. So it's very cool game.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Say bye.
Bye.
To Korean board gamer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We have a meeting on the booth.
Yes.
So it will be so good to see you again.
Yeah, see you again.
Bye.
Bye. 예. 정말 엄청 열정적으로 설명해 주시는데 엄청 숨 차시는 걸 보고 더 말씀드릴 수가 없었어요. 예, 재밌겠죠? 네. 저 게임이 그 버섯 게임이 좀 저는 마음이 좀 가더라고요. 네. 네. 와. 파티용으로 좋을 것 같아요. 네. 블루오렌지 게임들은 잘 나와요, 한국판으로. 왜냐면은 저 블루오렌지 게임들이 되게 어린이들 하기 좋은 게임들이 잘 나오는데 아무래도 어린이 게임들이 또 잘 나가거든요, 쉬운 게임들이. 그래서 한국어로 잘 나옵니다. 바로 홀어브를 빨리 가봐야겠다. 지금 네 뒤에 오크가 있었어요. 패밀리 게임은 블루오렌지 한국 게임즈에서 나오진 않을 거고요. 아마 뭐 블루오렌지 게임들은 워낙에 뭐 코리아 보드 게임즈라든가 뭐 저기 아스모디 코리아도 요즘 내고 있고 행복한 바바 이런 데서 굉장히 많이 내고 있기 때문에 보통 잘 나옵니다. 와, 딕싯 퍼즐 컬렉션 너무 예쁘네요. 딕싯을 가지고 퍼즐을 만들었어요. 아주 마스터 초콜릿 아줄인데 초콜릿 버전이에요. 아줄 원인데 요런 것도 나왔습니다. 행밥이나 아코에서 맞아요, 많이 나오죠. 자, 옆에 초콜릿 에디션도 한글판 예고했구나. 예, 한글판이 나오는군요. 아줄은 진짜 너무 예쁘고 게임성도 되게 좋은 것 같아요. 이게 홀어블이 미팅이 있는데 지금 시간이 아직 안 돼가지고 네 지금 남은 데가 별로 없고요. 좀 뒤에 하기로 했던 데도 다 땡겨서 좀 해볼까 합니다. 네. 캡틴 게임 뭐 못 찾으면 어쩔 수 없는 거니까 보드 앤 다이스랑 어디였죠? 예. 예. 두 군데는 결국 못 찾은 걸로. 나중에 SM 가는 게 소원입니다. 오세요. 취직하면 연차 쓰고 보드게임 회사에 취직하는 것도 좋은 방법이죠. SN에 가기 위해서. 자, 멋있네. 지금 여기가 여기 CG인데 여기도 약속을 했는데 야나가 시간이 돼야 올 것 같네요. 그러면 다른 데를 또 가봐야지. 예. 게임린. 아 맞아요. 게임린. 아니 게임린. 제가 잘 까먹어요. 그 특히 고유명사를 잘 까먹거든요. 제가 되게 잘 까먹는 게 배터리가 없어서 버렸어요. 자, 배터리 갈게요. 자, 잘 나오나요? 소리 잘 나오나요? 마이크 다시 소리 나오면 얘기해 주세요. 아마 잘 나올 것 같은데. 이상무 오케이. 진행. 자. 지금 홀업을 한번 가봐야겠다. 저쪽에 홀업을 길드의 극한 직업이네요. 아, 네. 이따 끝날 때 한번 보여드릴게요. Hello, I'm Hans from 보드라이브.
Yes.
Yes. Is this 좀 earlier? Can you?
If you are ready now, it's okay.
Okay,
for me.
very good. Now is it live stream?
Oh,
It's
hi.
going on. Hi.
Hello.
Can you? Please hold
yeah.
this, right? And can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, I'm Alessandro from Horrible Guild, and it's nice to virtually be here with you.
Okay. Well, and your company?
Yes, I'm from Horrible Guild.
Okay. Can you introduce your new games?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
We have two big games and a smaller game new in this fair. This is the Great Split.
Evergreen?
Oh, that is Evergreen, and this is the Great Split, which are the two.
Great
If you
Split.
want, we can talk. The Great Split. Okay. The Great Split is a drafting game.
Yep.
where you are a collector. These are different characters that you can be. Each player also has this board, which is your collection. Each track represents how much of each kind of riches you have. So these many books, these many artworks, these many gems. How do you get this stuff? You have cards in your hand. Sorry, I put the microphone here. You have a certain amount of cards in your hand which tell you how much of each stuff you are going to add to your collection. But before you can add them to your collection, you need to split those cards in 2 halves. So for example, I do like this. With this card I mark the separation between the 2 halves. Then I put everything into the wallet, like you've seen before. I am doing this with one hand only, so but I should fit it properly. Then you pass this wallet to the player on your right. At the same moment, you receive another wallet from the player to your left. Each player is opening the wallet, looking at the cards, and choosing which side of the hand they want to keep. So they say, I keep this, and I give the others back to the other player. At that point, the other player to my right is also giving back me my wallet with the half they did not choose. So I will have half of the card that I picked from the player to my left, half of the cards that I was given back from the player to my right. That will be my hand. Then I play the card on the table to add them to my collection. And at certain points during the game, I will make points for those stuff. So, for example, in this setup, I make points for the gems after the third round, then I make points for artworks and the books at the end of the fourth, and then I make all the points again at the end of the game, including one special way to make points that is only made at the end of the game, which is, it works a bit differently. The thing is that each kind of riches makes points in a different way. So for example, the books, simply the more you have, the more points you make. These ribbons down here are the points you make. So with the token here, I only make 8 points. But if I get one more, now I do 9 points. The art, the value of the art depends on the position of this other slider here. And at the end of each round, I reveal one of these numbers. This tells me how much the value of the art is going up. Okay, so this is the 6. So if now I have 7 pieces of art, 7 pieces of art are worth 13 points. But this is changing during the game, so I will need to try to keep enough art to still make points whenever art is scored. Then the gems make points for only the lowest gem makes points. So you make double points for the lowest one. So for example, this is 22 points. But even if this is still this high, but if this was here, I would only make 10 points. So the best way is to try to keep the 2 kinds of gems near. Then the final way to make points, which is only done at the end of the game, is the certificates, which are these small icons that you can see in most of the tracks. Each one of these icons, the value of each one of these icons is determined by the position in these other tracks below that you can gain with some of the cards in the game. So for example, with this card, you gain ribbons, and by gaining ribbons, you increase the value of the contracts here. So for example, the value is here. So now my contracts of the books are worth 3 points. I have only 2, so it's 6. But if I was here, each one of these icons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, each one of them would be worth 3 points. Yes. And this is the game basically. The most interesting part, of course, is the splitting the cards in half, because when you make your split, you will know that some of the cards you have in your hand will be more valuable to you. You want them. So you will try to see what the player to your right is interested in and try to put stuff that is interesting for them in the other half to push them to keep that and leave you with what you want them to take.
Very interesting.
Yes, that's the most interesting part. Then we have Evergreen, which is from the same designer and in part, let's say, inspired by Photosynthesis, which is a game from a few years ago. In this game, each player has their own board where you are planting plants and growing them into trees to make a nice ecosystem. The game is another kind of draft. You have each round you have a certain number of cards to pick from. When you choose a card, the color determines where in your planet you are going to make your actions. Sorry. And then this icon also gives you the chance to use one of the 6 special powers at the top of the board. So you have 2 reasons for which you may want to take a certain card, the color or the power. When every player has chosen one card, always one will be left, and this will be discarded into this part where you will be creating how much the trees are worth for the final scoring. So in this game, what you take is as important as what you don't take, because that will determine the final score. But what do you do in the game? When you, let's say I have this card, so I can do an action in the yellow area. These are the 4 kinds of actions that I can do, but each one is just a different combination of 2 possible effects, which is planting one sprout, a small plant, or making that plant grow into a bigger plant. So you can make a sprout grow into a small tree, or a small tree grow into a big tree. Okay. So the first action is planting 3 sprouts. The second is growing 2 plants. The third is planting one and growing another. And the fourth one, you can ignore the color of your card to either plant a sprout or grow a plant. Okay. So each round you choose one card and you do your action and your power. The powers are also again planting sprouts, growing sprouts into small trees, growing small trees into big trees, or other special effects like you can place lakes that help your plants grow faster, or you plant bushes that help you connect your trees to make a big forest. So you make that and then you start another round, so you have more cards to choose from and whatnot. After a certain number of rounds, in the first season there are 5 rounds, then 4, then 3, then 2. But at the end of the first season, of each season, you make points in 2 ways. Your biggest forest is going to score 1 point for each tree that it includes. So in this example, like this, the biggest one is this, 3 points. So maybe if I planted this here, that would have made my bigger forest much bigger. Okay, so you're trying to keep your trees all together, but the other way you make points is for the light. Like in photosynthesis, there is the sun. The light now is coming from this direction. So exactly. So this tree is getting sun. This other tree is behind this, but it's taller, so it still gets light. This small tree here instead is covered by this, so you don't get points for the light for this tree. But at the end of the season, the sun moves here. So for the next season, now the light comes from a different direction, and this will change how your trees will score. At the end of the whole game, instead, after doing these 2 kinds of points for 4 times, you also make points for the fertility that I was telling you before. And that is, for each big tree, only the big ones count. each big tree is worth a number of points equal to the icons you have here. So for example, this big tree here in the red part, I am making a mess, sorry, but I only have one hand because the other is holding the mic. This big tree is worth 4 points. So if I built this here, I would be making 8 points. So the value of this area is built during the game. So as the game goes on, it will be clear to you which are the parts of the planet that are more valuable. So you are going to try to put more trees in the parts that are more valuable so that you can make a lot of points and win.
Okay, people love this dual layer.
Yes, we made the dual layer boards for Evergreen and also for the Great Split, because in both games, even if you hit the table and the token moves just a little bit, the game is ruined.
Right.
So yeah, it's very much needed. But yeah, people like it, so it's both beautiful and useful in this case.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And strategical.
What?
And strategical.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
And the third game we are showing in this fair is actually the newest deck in the Similo series.
Yeah.
So this is Fantastic Beasts. Harry Potter was released a few months ago, but now we are introducing also Similo Fantastic Beasts with a lot of characters from the movies. We have Newt Scamander, Denethor, and Pickett here, but we also have Jacob, Tina Goldstein, Queenie, and a lot of the characters and the animals from the movies and books.
Okay, we have this Korean version.
Yeah, yes, I know. But probably the Fantastic Beasts is also going to be released soon. Thank you. So you'll also love to know that we also have this one, Similo Board Games. This is a special promotional deck that you can get at the fair.
Yep.
If you, this is made in cooperation with a lot of publishers. So each card is one of the games that is going to release here in Essen. And you can get this deck for free at any of the booths of the partners that made this, if you buy any of the game that is included in the deck. So if you buy, yes.
And this game we only get in Spiel.
Yes, because I don't think we will be able to sell this game after the fair, because we are using the art and assets from a lot of publishers. So it was made for promotion and as an event, but I don't think we will be able to sell it properly.
Okay.
Maybe there will be ways to make it available at other fairs, I don't know yet, but it's the idea is that it is a special thing for Essen. If it goes well, maybe we will make it again next year or for other events. We will see. I have to say that both the publishers and the gamers, they are all very excited by this thing. So we are very happy and we hope to make more.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you.
Thanks to you.
Oh, thank you.
And hello to everyone. Yeah.
Korea. About gamers.
Hello, Korea.
How about Queen's?
Oh, Queen's Dilemma. Queen's Dilemma. We have nothing to show here because it's very much in development. But we have recently announced that the Kickstarter for Queen's Dilemma will be starting on October 25.
October 25.
You can go to our website or directly on Kickstarter to follow the project and be notified when it will go live. Also, you can subscribe to our newsletter where we I think, a few days, a week late after the fair, we will be sending more information about the game. So if you want to know more, you can subscribe and we will be revealing more soon. But it is a sequel to The King's Dilemma, which was nominated to the Spiel des Jahres a couple of years ago. And it has the same kind of legacy system with the cards of the events that you draw and you have to vote. That part is all there. But we also made a lot of improvements because now we know better how to make these kind of games. So there is a map, a big map where you actually do stuff.
Yeah.
So each player controls some of the parts of the kingdom. You build stuff to gain more resources. You spend those resources to make stuff, but you also have to feed your people. So there's a resource management. You have your own character that you develop during the campaign. It's not each game is a generation and a lot of time passes, but the whole game now is the reign of the same queen, and you are always the same character, and depending on your actions you will gain certain abilities. You will gain some keywords. For example, if you are responsible for a vote that determines you kill a lot of criminals, then you will attach a sticker to your character book that tells you that you are bloodthirsty. So every time something bloodthirsty happens, that is a consequence of the action that gave you that sticker, you will pay the consequences directly because that was your decision. And what we have that I can already say, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of stuff. As I was saying, you have your own character. Sorry, I was not prepared for the question for Queens.
Okay, I've enjoyed King's Dilemma, so I'm very excited with King.
We are excited to be releasing it, and we hope you'll be happy. One thing that could be interesting is that at our booth from tomorrow, if you go by, you will also be able to try the video game, the King's Dilemma video game, yes. Which is not a multiplayer game, it's like the single player version of, the story is the same as the board game, but it's a single player game where you can, you play the story and you see what happens, but then you can also replay and try to see other outcomes. You are a slightly different position compared to the board game because there is the council in the game which is controlled by some artificial intelligences, but then you can try to, if you want, for example, if the council voted yes, but you wanted to say no, you have ways to try to revert the vote and get what you wanted to do. It's a bit of a different experience with the same story, and we will be, if you get to our booth from tomorrow, you will be able to try it firsthand because we will have a big screen and you will be able to play it.
Okay, I'm going.
And then, and then I think I have told you everything I have to. Well, we also have games that were on Kickstarter, Dungeon Fighter, Tiny Turbo Cars and Soundbox. They are all finally being fulfilled to our backers and available on the retail market, so more games from us.
Okay.
And now I think I really told you everything.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks to you, and hello everyone from home.
Okay, thank you. See you.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice fair.
Okay.
Have fun.
네. 자. 리플레이. 네, 킹스 딜레마의 이제 PC 버전이 나왔죠. 나왔나? 근데 나온다고 했는데 뭐 그거를 또 시연을 하니까 보러 오라고 합니다. 네. 지금 어쨌든 예약을 한 팀은 거진 다 만난 것 같아요. 한 2팀 빼고 다 만난 것 같아요. 지금 바로 지금 아마 바로 게임에서 나와 있을 것 같은데 여러분 잠시만요. 제가 저거를 확인을 해야 되거든요. 뭐냐? 잠시만요. 자, 일단 고생 많으십니다. 아, 유뚜렁님 안녕하세요. SN 알려드리려고 하는데 제가 다른 화면이 잠깐 나올 거예요. 너무 잠깐만요. I'm there 셋이 왔는데 바로 게임즈에서 왔을 것 같은데 마스크에 달린 코로 숨 쉬는 것 같다고. 잠깐만요. 바로크 게임즈에서 누가 나와셨으려나? 저분이신가?
Yeah, but it's kind of useless because it's like you don't know what you're actually going to talk about yet.
지금 여기서 한번 바로 게임.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jan Roth, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Hans from Boudrive, and now we are live streaming.
Hi there.
Hi there. Okay, can you introduce yourself and your company?
Hi, my name is Jan Roth, and I'm from Baroque Games, a small German company. And I'm here at Essen to promote our first game, Enchant Protocol.
Enchant Protocol. Oh.
Enchant Protocol.
Okay. What is this game?
Oh, well, Enchant Protocol is a cyberpunk game about brain hacking and corporate warfare.
Yeah.
Yes, the players are hackers in the ranks of a mega corporation, and your goal is to generate as many resources as possible for your corporation before the city collapses under the corporate struggle. And in order to do that, you hack citizens that walk through the city, living their lives, and you manipulate them to gain the resources you need. So that's the core mechanic of the game. Picking the characters that you need that benefit your corporation, hacking them. Every character can be hacked by every player.
Yeah.
So the characters are like a shared worker pool, because each player can attack and hack every single character. So like you have to compete about the characters.
Many people in Korea love cyberpunk. So some people rating this game.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so very good.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Okay. Then this is crowdfunding or?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The game will be crowdfunded on Kickstarter,
Yeah.
starting end of this October, maybe mid of November. We are currently figuring out the exact release date for the Kickstarter campaign.
Okay. Then I'll visit your booth and get some coffee and.
Excuse me?
Okay. I will visit your booth later. Okay, we have another meeting.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And the last time, can you say anything to Korean gamers? To fund this game?
Yes, of course. I hope you all.
Mike.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, to all of Korea's board gamers, I wish a lot of fun playing their favorite games. And to all of you who managed to visit beautiful Germany and Essen here, I wish a lot of great fun and a happy time here at the Essen Fair.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll visit your booth again and see you later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you. Is the video over?
Okay. No. Okay, see you.
See you.
Okay, I'll call you again. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. 네, 역시 한국 보드 게임한테 뭐 물어보면 안 될 것 같아요. Hello. No more?
No.
I have one last meeting at there.
No, they're closed.
No, closed. Okay. 지금 하고 싶은 말이 남은 건였나? 예. 옆으로 지나가시네요. 네, 지금 여기 이제 문을 닫는데요. 그래가지고 더 이상 들어갈 수가 없답니다. 한국 코리아 보드 게임즈랑 인터뷰를 하기로 했는데, 예, 못 하겠네요. 어떡하지? 지금 이제 저분이 들어오지 못해서 제가 나왔는데 제가 다시 들어가지 못하게 되었네요. 네, 뭐 지금 한번 보여드릴게요. 호보개를 못 봤어. 호보개를 만나러 갈 타임이었는데 미리 만날 걸 그랬어요. 아쉽다. 네, 요렇게 지금 다 비었습니다. 이렇게 생각보다 빨리 끝나가지고 여기 부스가 어쩔 수 없이 빠져나와야 될 것 같습니다. 죄송합니다. 예. 코리아 보드 게임즈랑 체코 게임즈 에디션이랑 두 군데가 남아 있었는데 그 인터뷰를 못했어요. 결국 그렇네요. 네, 안돼. 텅 비었죠. 네, 다닐 때는 몰랐는데 나오니까 텅 비었네. 그래서 뭐 코보게는 또 기회가 많이 있으니까 어쩔 수 없고, 네, 체코도 이따 가서 한번 얘기할게요. 네, 보고 있나? 코보게는 가볍게 밖에서 소주 한잔 하면서 인터뷰하는 걸로. 여기는 소주가 아니고 맥주인가? 여기 와인도 맛있더라고요. 와인이 엄청 싸더라고요. 여기가 슈퍼에 갔는데 와인이 10,000원도 안 해요. 네, 몇천 원이면 와인을 삽니다. 맛도 괜찮아요. 네, 아무튼 그렇습니다. 그래도 원래 방송이 1시에서 5시까지로 예정이 돼 있었는데 여기 시간으로 지금 4시거든요. 그래서 잠깐 여기 부스 설치되는 거 잠깐 보여드리고 마칠게요. 그래도 여러분 좀 도움이 됐나요? 방송하는 게? 네. 자, 여기가 이제 현재 설치되고 있는 SN 스필 부스들입니다. 아티피아 게임즈 방금 인터뷰했던 곳이 나오죠? 네. 지금 아직 뭐 다 한참 설치하고 있어요. 네, 뭐 막 정신없죠? 여기저기. 여기는 홀 1이고요. 네, 홀 1에는 홀 1이랑 홀 3에 꽤 많은 회사들이 밀집해 있습니다. 네. 그래서 좀 메이저인 회사들은 거의 홀 3나 홀 1에 있어요. 크다. 쿵짝쿵짝 음악이. 저런 거 음악 들어가면 안 되는데, 이거 저런 음악 들어가면은 괜히 저작권 걸린다고요. 빨리 여기를 떠나야겠어. 네, 저기 프로스트 펑크 맞나? 네, 저것도 있네요. 여기는 아스모디의 방송 부스예요. 맞지? 아마도? 여기서 계속해서 아니구나. 여기가 아닌가 보다. 아스모디는 방송 부스를 따로 만들고 트위치 방송을 막 하더라고요. 엔드리스 인터 스카이마인 한국에도 출시가 됐죠. 네. 자, 오징어 게임이 나와 있습니다. 저기 믹스로에서 오징어 게임을 냈고, 네, 게임제닉 여기는 벌써 세팅이 다 끝나서 거의 뭐 판매하는 수준인 것 같아요. 네. 반면에 얘네들은 아직 여기도 뭐 거의 다 된 것 같네요. 함스잉글 리그인가요? 네. 여기 보면은 매년 좀 비슷한 위치에 부스들이 있어요. 그래서 오늘 진짜 오징어 게임은 자, 뭐 이런 식으로 있습니다. 어차피 저희 부스 보여드리는 거는 보드앤다이스 있다. 보드앤다이스 부스로 한번 가봐야 되겠어요. 보드앤다이스. 아까 저기서 인터뷰를 못 해가지고, 예, 부스에 한번 가보는 걸로. 이런 비하인드 영상 좋네요. 내일은 막 인터뷰 같은 거 안 할 거기 때문에. 보드앤다이스 올라가 있나? 자, 보드앤다이스도 한참 부스 설치를 하고 있습니다. 하하. 자, 올라를 잠깐 보도록 할게요. 너무 바빠 여기 지금. 아하. 지금 저 여기서 헬로. 일반인을 통제할 것 같은데. 여기는 그 아직 공사 중이기도 하고 해갖고 마스크를 잘 안 쓰더라고요. 아하. 보드앤다이스 소개를 할 수 있을까? 이게 지금 너무 바빠가지고. 헬로. 호라. Hello, nice to meet you. I have a meeting with Ola in 1A, but yeah.
We have Ola somewhere here.
Are you okay?
Yes. That's the second time today. Hi.
Okay, I'm Hans from Boudrive channel. We have an interview in 1A today. Can you remember?
It won't be me.
Yeah.
On the interview, it
Philip?
I guess
Philip.
Philip. Yeah.
Philip.
Yeah.
Where is Philip?
He's there.
He's there. Okay, thank you. Philip. Hi. I'm Hans O from Boudrive channel.
Yeah.
So we have an interview today.
Today?
Can you remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We do.
Okay. Now I'm streaming now. Okay.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. Say hello to our subscribers and can you introduce yourself and your company?
Sure. Okay. I will hold it. So, hi everyone. I'm Philip, and I'm from Board and Dice, one of the co-owner, founder, and also I designed some game for Board and Dice. But it's not about me, but it's about Board and Dice and our games. So during this spiel, we bring two amazing titles for the gamers to show, and which has their own premieres during spiel. The first one is Terracotta Army. It's a worker placement game with a very smart rondelish mechanism in which you are using your workers to build a terracotta army.
Yeah.
The second one is a Tiletum designed by Daniele Tascini and Simone Luciani. It is another smart design because we are very well known from dice games. So Daniele Tascini and Simone Luciani bring to us a new fresh take on dice mechanism when the color of a die as well as the value matters as well. So the value of a die show you how many actions you will get, but the opposite side of a die tell you how many resources you will get. So this is very refreshing and very engaging mechanism when it comes to dice games. And that's all when it comes to the spiel and games we brought here and want to show during the spiel.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day or a night, depends on where you are, and enjoy playing games.
Okay, thank you very
so
much.
much.
See you again.
See you.
Yeah. 네, 저도 마스크를 벗었습니다. 여기는 마스크 벗는 분위기예요. 아까 거기는 거기만 좀 뭐라고 하지 사람이 많이 몰리는 곳이라서 통제를 했었고, 예, 바깥에는 거의 안 쓰고 다닙니다. 예, 여기는 그리고도 아직 행사를 시작 안 했고 세팅 중이라서 더 그렇습니다. 자, 그래서 그러네요. 여기 방. 자, 오늘 방송은 여기서 마치도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 정말 이거 유튜브에 들어오죠? 늦은 시간까지 지금 11시가 넘었죠? 한국님 입을 처음 보는 거죠? 예, 11시 지금 7분인데 한국 시간으로. 예, 여러분 또 시청해주셔서 감사드리고요. 테라코타 아미는 관심가는 게임이라고 그렇죠? 저도 그렇게 관심이 가는 게임입니다. 한번 저거 아마 저희가 카피를 받을 것 같거든요. 한국 가져가서 보여드릴게요. 11시 7분 늦은 시간까지 시청해주셔서 정말 감사드리고요. 저희는 또 내일 아마도 7시 반에 방송을 시작할 것 같아요. 근데 조금 더 빨리 시작할 수도 있어요. 그거는 좀 내 상황을 보고 빨리 시작할 수도 있는데 아마도 7시 반에 시작하게 될 것 같습니다. 네, 그러면은 저희는 방송 여기서 여기까지 진행을 하고 마치도록 하겠습니다. 보라돌이 여러분 안녕.